He said, we'll just nuke it.
Like in the factual war epic motion picture Sharknado. Yeah. Because that definitely works. That definitely works.
Call Gerard Butler, get that Geostorm station up and running.
Oh my god, this is the world we live in. I know we don't particularly get political on this, but into specifics. I mean, into specifics of politics and individuals. But
yes,
I do. Hey, the debate of whether or not Avi Arad is a cancer to the film industry is not political. On the traditional definition. But this weekend in the G7, Trump said that he couldn't attend because he was absent from the climate change committee. He couldn't attend it because he was talking to the leaders of Germany and India. They were pictured at the climate change conference next to each other.
Where was Trump in all this?
Where was he? And yet, the White House then had to issue a statement, the White House had to issue a statement saying, no, he was definitely with them. It's like, dudes, we can see that he wasn't.
My dudes, he is not there.
We also said that Melania knows Kim Jong-un very well. Despite the fact she reacted in that moment with like a, expression on her face. And her camp, because obviously she's got representatives and legal representatives and whatnot, they had to put out a statement saying that Melania has never met Kim. And then the White House put a thing saying what Trump meant by that was, like, she's got to know him through the conversations and everything that Donald has had with her about meeting him, that she feels she knows him. And it's like, no, you can see from her face and her legal people going, that she's never met him. She doesn't want you to associate her with him.
No.
Oh my God, like, the man is a walking fucking fireball of destruction.
He is just the worst.
Wearing the face of Dopey from the Seven Dwarfs. He just strolls into everything and blags his way through. And speaking of blagging your way through, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pop Culture Podcast covering nerdy news and geeky gossip, the Big Damn Cast. I am Christopher. Can you believe that the organisers of the Edinburgh Fringe get way more money than any of the people who make it a success? Johnson?
And I'm Matthew. That doesn't surprise me one bit, for I'm a jaded and cynical bastard Watson.
Yes. The Amazon is burning.
The Amazon is burning. That's because they've got some great deals on.
I feel that that's the only thing everyone should talk about this week, just to make sure the message is out there.
I think people know the Amazon is burning, they just don't care.
Isn't it gross?
It's gross, it's totally gross.
Especially because, and the thing is, a lot of the reason why it's happening and no one's pointing it out is because it's for, selfish reasons. It's companies have stakes in X, Y, and Z of the land that's being burned. Like, certain media organisations are owned by conglomerates and mega corporations that have stakes in that.
The dude in power in Brazil is a fucking monster.
Yeah, it's like there's all these different things that combine to explain why it's not getting A, the coverage, or B, the support. Someone pointed out on Twitter, I thought this was amazing. Venom made $100 million in its opening weekend. Instead of making a Venom 2, maybe put some of that money toward this, because at least $100 million would help quell a shitload of the damage.
That's true. Or we could just distract ourselves by talking about D23 for the next hour or so.
There is that. There is that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not here to save the world, but we are here to provide distraction for at least an hour and a half, maybe more, knowing us too.
Yeah.
On the long and winding journey to your own inevitable demise.
The long and winding road.
Some climb Everest to topple expectations over human achievement. Others start a family, raise an entire dynasty of individuals on nothing but love.
I have no idea where you're going with this.
You could also just choose to listen to us talk shit for a bit. Because that's what's going to happen now.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, I'm Chris. This is Matt. And D23 out.
D23, yeah.
You want to talk about things burning?
So much Disney news.
Disney's pockets.
Slapping me in the face.
All wet and fleshy.
Still no sign of New Mutants.
But yes! Right, before we begin on any of the news, let's just take a moment to
set him off now.
So D23, for those who don't know, is it's the Disney fan club convention, which over the years has grown into basically Disney's personal San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah,
It is almost the same scale, but it is specifically related to Disney, Walt Disney Motion Pictures, Walt Disney Animation, Disney Theme Parks, Disney Entertainment.
Just where they announce everything, basically.
Yeah, like when we say we love Disney, we're specifically referring to this side of it, not the company, conglomerate, monopoly, devouring an industry and shitting out the bones version of Disney. We're talking about the motion pictures, the theme parks.
Bones.
We're talking about the actual creator content is what we love. So D23, I always look forward to hearing news from D23 because I'm such a whore for the theme parks and everything. I'm like, let's see what's going to come out of it.
I want to know what's in the theme park.
Have you got the theme park news as part of that as well?
No, I haven't.
Right, I'll pull some of that up while you leave us in because there's some cool shit, Matt. There's some cool shit, and there's also some. But Mummy and Daddy have been fighting. Why is this their shit as well?
Well, okay.
So I'll pull some of that up.
That's promising.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start us with straight up Disney news. Straight
Disney.
up vanilla Disney / Pixar.
Disney.
In no particular order.
I don't know why the Coronation Street theme tune is
because you cannot keep your mouth shut. That's why.
It's true. I have problems with awkward silence.
Yes.
Some say it's down to my autism.
And also, awkward silence is sometimes defined by you as when people are talking.
Even there, the sigh had to be exaggerate. So,
yes.
What does that say about me?
Poor Christopher. Are you ready to cry?
I'm never ready to cry.
Because Pixar are doing a new original movie.
Oh?
This is Pixar's Soul.
Yes, tell me more.
Tell
me more.
There was some art and stuff shown for this, casting announced, and all that good stuff. So, Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey are heading up Soul, the next Pixar animated movie, directed by Pete Docter, primarily as the writer for Toy Story, Monsters Inc., WALL-E, Up, Inside Out. Also directed.
Inside Out seems to be the most kind of parallel story for this one.
There's some feel. Yeah. There's some feel in this
This coffee's amazing, by the way. Matt made me an iced coffee, and it's absolutely delicious.
Why, thanks.
I'm also drinking it out of an X-Wing Rogue Squadron glass, so if anything, I'm living the life of a fucking king.
So, 19th of June, 2020.
Recyclable plastic straw. That you wash and reuse. Yes. That's the one. Yeah.
That's the one. Not recyclable. Don't recycle it, please. I've only got two. So, 19th of June, 2020, we will see the story of a school band teacher and jazz lover, Joe Gardner, played by Jamie Foxx, who he gets a big break to play at a high-profile jazz club, but dies before he can get there. And
sounds like a Pixar opening sequence.
Yeah, and it sounds. He wakes up at the U seminar, so it's apparently some kind of pre-reincarnation training ground, and he meets
so dark and weird.
And he meets 22, who's not a fan, and decided to stay there for 100 years. That's Tina Fey, I believe,
which is always a good thing. Tina should be playing the lead in one of the new announced Marvel shows, Faye, if there's any justice in the world.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I've got other thoughts, but we'll get there.
If Tiny Ruffalo can play the other guy, just saying.
Interesting thing about this. John Batiste is working on some original songs.
Yes!
But, as well, it's going to have a soundtrack by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Yes!
Of fucking Nine Inch Nails, Social Network, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Gone Girl fame. Weird pick. Weird pick.
You don't think of them for a jazz, kind of theme. John Batiste will definitely bring that. Anyone who's familiar with The Late Show, Stephen Colbert, knows John Batiste's work. He's the leader of the band, Stay Human.
He's the leader of the band.
He's endlessly charismatic, goofy as shit, and a massive music nerd. So, he's the perfect kind of fit for writing songs for a Pixar film because Pixar have never done an out musical.
No.
Per se, like Coco has songs, but they're all.
It's not really. Yeah.
They're all diegetic. They're all in the film.
Yes.
And they're glorious. Don't get me wrong. Coco's music is fucking gorgeous,
beautiful.
Except for Remember Me, which is great. Especially in context in its use in the scene that it's in toward the end, but was definitely not Oscar worthy, compared to the other songs that were up for it that year. Matt is showing me that fucking gif of Venom in a Van again.
It's still open on a tab! So I thought, why not?
Secret villain of Soul revealed, Venom in a Van. But John Batiste, he'll yes. Yeah, and again, I don't think it's a musical outright. It's probably songs within the film.
I would think so, yeah.
But I can already taste his style, his touch on the movie, and it will be glorious.
It will be glorious.
Cold-blooded!
Oh, yes.
He does that a lot.
There will be blood.
Cold blood?
Cold-blooded! Well, there will be souls, apparently.
The designs are beautiful as well for this.
Yes, there's some design artwork out there of character art for 22, character art for
Jamie Foxx's character
Joe.
The characters, the souls kind of look like lemon drops.
Yes, lemon drop versions of their human
counterparts.
And
they look like little grey and greeny sweets.
Yeah, it's a bit Casper, a bit Army of the Dead from Lord of the Rings. But before that,
in next March for America, I
believe, we're getting Onward,
which we discussed briefly on the show before.
Yes,
when the teaser trailer came out.
The teaser trailer came out and told us nothing about the film.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not won over by this. It basically looks like if Bright were a family film, and I'm done. Like, that's kind of the extent. It's like, okay, you sort of lose the magic of these magical things if they are just living a modern life.
Well,
it's like, oh look, yeah, they're both ogres or trolls or whatever they are, but look, one's on their cell phone playing a game, and it's just like, right, we've seen this now. Do something else. But I did say, if the story's good, they might change my mind.
Well, we know what the story is now.
What's the story,
because
Matt?
they showed,
young good sir,
they showed like
sir.
8 minutes of footage.
Yeah,
D23.
It's something within the first 15 minutes of the film, I believe.
But like 2 full scenes.
Because it's like the setting up the premise of
So basically,
what would send them onwards.
Onward! We've got 2 elf brothers, Ian and Barley, Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, respectively.
Do we have to give respect to Chris Pratt?
He's not been doing himself any favours, has he, really? He's been keeping quiet, actually, so probably for the best.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're part of a homophobic church.
Yay, Tom! Who got a standing ovation when he came out for this presentation, apparently. The two of them popped up on stage to talk about the film. Tom got a standing ovation. Everybody was lovely about it. And at the end, that was when he made that statement where he said, like, it's been a tough week, but like I've felt the love and I love you all 3,000. And it's like, oh Tom, no Tom, don't do it, Tom.
You know how to get us in the heartstrings.
God damn it, Tom.
But we'll get to that. You finished? Okay. So basically, the two
bring me my spittoon.
The 2 brothers, when the youngest one turns 16, they get given
2 brothers.
There's just 2 brothers.
Are they running?
They're not running.
Oh.
They're in a truck for some of it.
Oh, right.
They're giving them a memento from their dead father. Are you seeing a theme in Disney movies here?
The father's dead?
Yeah.
What? No.
It's a wizard staff, and it comes with a note. And it's like, oh, you can still do magic.
Bedside cabinet once when I was young.
Did the note show you where to put the batteries in?
Yeah.
Oh God. So, yes. So it's like, yeah, there's still a bit of magic left in the world, and I've left you this staff and instructions for a spell where I can come back for 24 hours and see you. And they're like, oh, we got to do this we got to do this spell. And there's a Phoenix Gem. We need a Phoenix Gem. Oh, we got to put the Phoenix Gem in the thing. And then it's kind of, but not quite works.
The gem is shattered.
Yeah, the gem's shattered and they only bring the bottom half of their father back.
So already this premise is an incredibly sentimental, heartfelt, like, imagine if you could bring back a past loved one for one day. Like, what would you say? What would you do? Like, what would you want to know? And, but it's only their legs.
Yeah, because it comes from the feet up. So they've only got the bottom half of him, and they've got 24 hours to get into the Phoenix Gem and do the spell again to get the rest of him so they can see him.
That has won me. The ridiculousness of like the fact they're almost mocking their own sentimentality. Because Pixar are known to create.
Oh yeah.
Apart from a couple of the movies, on the surface, all of their stuff is like this is going to play with your feels. This is literally playing with the feels.
Yes.
Like, this is taking the feels and taking the piss out of having feels.
So, yeah, it looks like there's going to be a bit of hijinks with running around with their half-father. Trying to pass him off as a full person.
I've heard of half-siblings, but a half-parent.
Oh, dear.
Oh my God, Weekend at Bernie's with just a pair of legs.
The article I'm looking at the footage description from calls out Weekend at Bernie's by name.
What are the invisible aliens from Planet of the Daleks again?
The Spiridons.
The Spiridons. They could just throw a cloak over
Throw
him.
a cloak over him. I think that's what they're going to do.
It'll be fine. It'll work. As long as you don't see his boot briefly, it'll be fine.
So yeah, Onward. That's March 6th.
What's it called again?
Onward!
Could you say that one more time whilst pointing to the middle distance?
Onward!
Beautiful. You're hired. You're now marketing the movie in the United States.
For what?
Not the UK.
Why?
Now. And we can't pay for your travel. Or your accommodation.
Announcement of another Disney animation project.
Yay!
For November of 2020.
Aye.
Raya and the Last Dragon. Starring Cassie Steele and Aquafina.
Yeah, anything with Aquafina in gets my approval. She's freaking hilarious.
Good times. Good times. In the realm of Lumandra, Raya tracks down the last dragon in the world. It's written by Adele Lim of Crazy Rich Asians. Who's directing it? I don't know.
A human being! We're not at the point where the algorithms are doing it yet.
I can't see the director's name in this article. I'll have to look it up. But either way, it's definitely going on Southeast Asian sort of mythology and visual style. So they're mining the Southeast Asian market.
Well, again, like it's a smart business decision considering China is such a huge market for overall gross of films nowadays.
Yeah,
but they also have very strict beliefs and belief systems around certain topics. So as a result, you have to pander to them somewhat, which is good in terms of opening the scope for worldwide representation, because if you're telling stories of places and people closer to China, then that's great, because that gives a variety to the Western cinema. Western cinematic landscape.
Yep.
Gives us different stories, different opinions, especially if you're working with artists and story creators and everything that from or with ancestry in those regions. Amazing stuff. Less so amazing when you pander to their homophobic and xenophobic tendencies.
Well, we'll see. We'll see about that, won't we?
We'll see. But then again, they do that, but they just downplay it, or they include a scene which they can remove so that China don't get offended.
China don't care.
China's a pretty backwards thinking country when it comes to social.
Some of the people in power
social
in
stuff.
China are pretty backwards thinking.
Absolutely. Country. There will be people there who are like, this is ridiculous. What the hell's going on? But like, in terms of rounding them up to a market.
Yes,
it's a pretty backwards thinking economy.
It's a pretty backwards thinking place.
However, I'm still happy for the variety in Western cinema of stories from other places.
Yes.
Especially in animation, where you can really delve into individual mythologies and go to places that would be tough to film in. It's like, sod it, let's go there now. Plus, have you seen the character designs of the show?
Yeah.
That dragon is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know if they announced if it's... I'm assuming it's CGI.
Yeah.
Disney are cowards and won't do feature-length hand-drawn anymore.
They wouldn't be announcing a hand-drawn in early pre-production now to come out in November next year. They'd be
it depends how far along they are. But
I think if they were announcing it now and it was hand-drawn, they'd already have something to show.
You know, Princess and the Frog is the reason why they don't do hand-drawn anymore. Because it didn't gross as much as they were hoping it would. But do you know the reason for that? It didn't gross well in China. Because Chinese audiences do not relate well to black leads. So that's the reason. See, this is the stuff where I'm like, that's gross. Like, that's the reason why we don't have hand-drawn animation. Not because it was like, audiences didn't respond well to the film, but because it didn't financially do well in a market that is, by and large, racist.
No, we're not talking about WALL-E.
Oh, God.
So...
which sucks, because Princess and the Frog is absolutely gorgeous.
Speaking about backwards thinking...
Everyone should download it and buy it and financially show Disney that they need to make more hand-drawn animated stuff.
More news on live-action Disney stuff.
Oh!
The
Motion pictures?
Motion pictures, but live-action.
Yeah.
The Lady in the Tramp movie.
Did you see the trailer?
I did.
I'll give it this. Real animals with CGI augmentation for the talking bit looks so much more soulful and relatable than The Lion King.
Well, I haven't seen The Lion King, so I can't judge. I can only see the trailer bits.
They look blank as fuck. They look dead behind the eyes because animals like lions are not particularly expressive.
No.
Dogs, however, we've grown up with. We are used to them. And let's face it,
dogs
have pretty expressive eyes. They have pretty expressive eyes, and their behaviour conveys emotions and states of emotion. the way they move around and hold themselves. So
Yeah.
that translates well. It's part of the reason why so many movies of talking animals in the past have been about dogs and cats.
People like dogs.
People like dogs, people like cats. Cats don't like people.
Cats don't like people.
But yeah, Lady and the Tramp will be the first original movie to be released on the Disney Plus service.
Yes.
And as part of that kind of draw incentive is it's also one of their series of live action remakes.
Yes.
Can I make a statement? If
Please do.
If they wanted to use a live action remake to sell the service to those who were unsure, I think they should have put the Maleficent sequel on there.
Oh, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, that's
Christ.
coming to cinemas.
They should have put that on there.
Later this year. It's been pulled forward from spring 2020
Oh, to
this year.
what month?
I don't think it has a firm date.
Probably November, so it doesn't compete with Star Wars.
I would imagine November.
And and also Disney don't have any big.
Oh no, October. 18th of October.
Shitting hell!
Yeah.
So it's ready.
It's done.
Or after some whipping of the animation and special effects department, it will be ready sooner.
Work harder.
Not cool.
Smile.
Oh god. Oh, gaze upon my empire of joy.
You're a part of the Disney family.
Again, we like the films and the content. We love the films and the content. Company decisions can be fucking garbage and horrible and inhumane. But that's odd. But do you know what I mean? That would have been a better sell, I think, because that is a film that already has an audience from its original.
Yeah.
Whereas Lady and the Tramp, it almost feels like Lady and the Tramp is the first. And this is not to disrespect the people who worked on it. Nor does it necessarily suggest that we are excited for or not excited for it. I think we're both kind of about it anyway.
Yeah.
We'll probably watch it out of curiosity when we get the service. But this sort of suggests that Lady and the Tramp, the live action remake, is the first. More so than freaking Lion King, is the first straight to DVD version of these live action remakes.
straight to streaming seems to be the new straight to DVD.
Now, to be fair, based on everything else that's been announced for Disney Plus and the stuff that's still to come and the stuff we've had glimpses of, this will not be a straight to DVD style level of production or budget.
I mean, production value wise, the trailer looked gorgeous, but it also looks like.
And I'm glad it's a period setting still.
Yeah,
I'm glad they haven't moved it to modern day or any shit like that. Because
where's the fun in that?
Yeah, but at the same time, you know what's more exciting and more impressive than watching real dogs with some slight CGI tweaking fall in love and go on a little adventure in a period set in America? Do you know what's more interesting than that, folks?
Looking up real dogs fucking on YouTube.
Do you know what is also... If I go into the Big Damn Channel account, am I getting horrified by the watch later list?
No, I always wipe my history.
Oh, all over the couch.
Hey!
You know what's more impressive than that, though? Seeing hand-drawn animated characters go through the exact same story arc in an iconic piece of cinema. Lady and the Tramp is a beautiful movie and still is a beautiful movie to this day.
That's why the lady is a tramp.
No! Now, here's something that's completely missing from the trailer, and I wonder if they're going to tackle it at all.
What's that?
The only thing that has really not aged well from that movie is the song specifically featuring the Siamese cats.
Is that from Lady and the Tramp, or is that from Aristocats?
That's from Lady and the Tramp.
Okay.
Because they taunt Lady, and they bully her in the house, and they nearly... They nearly injure the baby and try and get Lady blamed for it.
Yes, yes.
They don't feature in the trailer at all. I wonder if they've just dropped them.
Probably. I would. If I was in that position, I'd drop them.
I mean, here's the thing. These remakes have been obsessed with, quote-unquote, fixing things from the original. Usually in a way where it's more like, oh, someone nitpicked that on the internet once. I guess we better change it. This is a film where there is one thing where it's like, do you know what? Maybe fix that. Keep Siamese cats in it. Just don't give them that song or those voices.
Yeah.
And then they can still be just these evil little cats. That have nothing to do with the oriental lean of the freaking the delivery from the original. Well, whatevs, I don't know. Who are the main voices again?
Justin Theroux is Tramp and Tessa Thompson is Lady.
Because even when you're talking dogs, the male's got to be in their late 40s and the girl's got to be a young woman.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that weird? If someone on Twitter, someone pointed out, even the dogs look like they're the older male and young girl. Like, in terms of the design of the eyes and stuff, the CGI. Weird.
It is weird.
Weird.
It is weird. But if you ever wanted to see Benedict Wong voice a dog, now's your chance.
Wait, who's Benedict Wong in it?
I don't know. I know he's in it.
Oh my god! Yes! Alright, I'm there. Sod it. Take back everything I said. I want this movie now.
Ashley Jensen, Benedict Wong, and Sam Elliott.
Oh
also
god! What's his name? Is it Trooper or whatever? The big,
the
basically,
big old one.
That Sam Elliott.
The one,
that is
the Sam Elliott dog.
That is
Sam Elliott is voicing the Sam Elliott dog.
That is some live action remake Lion King style casting in terms of like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like that's a good. Okay, that's a good. Call.
So that's coming out when Disney Plus launches. We're getting Maleficent, Mistress of Evil on October 2019.
And Angelina Jolie, I love this. Angelina Jolie came out to talk about that. I can't remember which order they were in, but she came out, did a thing about Maleficent, went off stage, then came back on stage for another announcement.
Yeah, which we'll get to later.
In a way where it was like, but I think they were back to back as well, the announcements. It was like, just keep her on stage.
Yeah,
let her stay on stage and let her maybe lead into the presentation.
There's been so much news coming out about all this that I haven't been able to keep it all in
one tab.
In one tab or in order. I have no idea what order these came in. They just all happened. Mulan is coming out in March 2020.
Yeah.
Not much more to say about that.
Not much more to say. Oh no, they've confirmed that it's a lighter film than the trailers would have had you.
Yes.
Would have had you believe.
I believe they showed some footage of like her father trying to lift his sword and not being able to, and she disguises herself as a man to not bring shame on the family because she tries to volunteer for service in his place.
Right.
And they won't let. They're like, oh no, if you by volunteering yourself as a woman, you're bringing shame on our family. So that's when she decides to like. Oh.
So they've found a way to still do that main story beat from the original.
I guess
that appeared missing in the trailer.
I guess,
but the way they're doing it is about like the systems of honor and everything at that time in the history. Okay, that's I mean, it would have been weird to do a version of Mulan without her disguising herself as a boy at some point.
Yes,
but I felt that they were going to do the Disney remake thing of like people won't believe that now. So like, well, I guarantee there'll be someone in the camp or whatever in the fleet who recognizes her immediately, and she has to befriend them, and they sort of like keep it secret because they'll be like, it's the Clark Kent thing. You know, the way that people nowadays like, we can't believe, like, no one's going to believe that Clark Kent isn't Superman, it's just a pair of glasses. It's like, suspend your disbelief, motherfuckers, it's fantasy. Holy shit, where is your childlike innocence? Go back to that shit. Stop having to explain things. Don't have to fucking explain.
No, you got to explain things.
You'll see one of those lying around.
Can you explain something to me?
Why the lead actor of Mulan massively supports the Hong Kong police force?
Well, that's a topic for another year.
And as a result, I do believe that film will genuinely suffer some losses in the Western releases.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But explain one more.
There'll be gangbusters in China.
One more simple thing for me. Why is there a Cruella film?
Can you explain one more simple thing for me?
What?
Why is there a Cruella film again? So
it's started shooting now because the first like on-set image.
It's fun to fan cast, boys and girls. It is interesting. It's fun to fan cast things like, if they made this now, who would play that role? If they made this, like, fine, great, cool.
Boils and goyles.
The first time I can think of in modern cinema for that, where it was like, that's really great, was when they said they're doing a Maleficent movie based on the villain from Sleeping Beauty, and Angelina Jolie's Maleficent. Everyone sort of went, yeah.
And then everyone saw the movie and went,
oh. Now, to her credit, she gives a great performance in that.
Oh, she's having a whale of a time.
Pointless
it's just
movie.
not a very interesting film.
Pointless film. The original draft for it was written by Paul Dini.
Oh.
I would have liked to have seen that prior to any other tinkering and rewrites. So,
Do you think everyone ever forgets his first name and they're just like, who Dini?
Which is fun because his wife, Misty, is a magician. So there you go. She literally is just like Zatanna in human form in real world.
Of course,
it's wonderful.
Of course,
it's like
of course, my God. Paul Dini marries Zatanna. Says so much.
How do you say "I do" backwards? Od. There you go. And now I'm thinking of Garfield, and I'm thinking of that freaking Garfield thing you made me watch, which I then had to inflict on my wife. Oh, it's wonderful. Bullets don't hurt me, John.
I can smell your fear, John.
Oh, good lord. So where the fuck were we? Oh, yeah. Cruella de Vil. So Emma Stone is Cruella de Vil. Do you know what? So who could play a younger Cruella de Vil? Emma Stone. Yeah, Emma Stone. I buy it. Do I need to see it? No.
But you got to.
Maleficent was an interesting one, because Maleficent went as a premise. Right, so here's one of the most iconic villains in animation.
Yeah.
Maleficent, the villain of Sleeping Beauty, the wicked sorceress who isn't invited to the christening and in an act of bitterness curses the kingdom and the baby Aurora.
I think it's a bit of a dick move for not being invited to a party.
Well, that's the thing, we never really find out why other than she's evil. So it's like, you sort of go, yeah, I can understand why they didn't invite her. I mean, that was her reaction to not being invited. To rock up during it and be like, you're all going to be put into a living death on her, is it 16th or 18th birthday or whatever. Something's going to happen to her and you're all going to be fucked. So they spend the rest, that's the punishment. Do you know what?
Listen, I think you should stop being a Maleficent apologist.
No, I'm not being a Maleficent apologist. I'm a Maleficent stan, but not an apologist. Okay. So,
right.
No, but
that's better.
That's bad. And the best part is, she didn't have to do the enchanted spinning wheel, freaking sleepwalking in a trance to prick a finger, all that shit. They didn't. The actual curse didn't have to ever happen, because for 16 odd years, that entire kingdom were paranoid and scared as fuck. To the point of having their daughter sent away, giving her a fake name, having her believe that she isn't the prince, all that stuff. Yeah. That's evil. That is some evil shit. That is some classic Disney villain evil shit. And then after all that, she still goes ahead with it, colours the kingdom in thorns, and when an actual characterised prince comes to save the day, first one of the canon, she turns into a dragon, and he has to sword fight a dragon. Maleficent is metal as fuck, and is downright the coolest Disney villain to ever exist, based on Sleeping Beauty. I get the angle of the Maleficent movie being, we are going to tell a story of why she's shunned. This, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Cool, okay. We're going to show you that maybe, she's bad because shit happened to her. Okay. Bit of a trope by now, but cool. We're entering the 2000s, the early 2010s. Villains are a bit more grey area nowadays.
Villains are in.
But also because people are learning that bad people in real life, sometimes, the story behind what happened to them makes you go, oh, I kind of get it now. Oh, and you can tell compelling stories that way. Part of me's like, yeah, do that, but also, why take one of the best villains ever and explain how she's actually a nice person? No, don't do that. Please don't do that. I hate Wicked. I think Wicked's shit. I like some of the songs in Wicked. Was it Wicked or No One Mourns the Wicked, the opening number, or what have you? Yeah, that's fucking glorious. I see why Defying Gravity's got a fan base. I'm bored of it. Blame all the MTs wearing those hoodies singing it in the corridor.
Yes.
But there's stuff in what is this feeling from Wicked? Delightful.
Very good.
Really
very
funny.
good. Very good.
There's stuff in there I like, but I'm just I don't need to know why the Wicked Witch is the Wicked Witch. I don't need to know that. Sometimes the boogeyman is scary because they're the boogeyman.
Yeah.
When you find out Freddy Krueger, oh my god, he was thinking by all these parents who blamed him for this, and then he was burned alive. You're like, oh my god. Yeah, but he also was actually a freaking nasty person. You're like, oh, okay, so he's still the boogeyman. Great, cool, okay. Thing is, with Maleficent, you can, she's vague enough that you can tell that story.
Yes.
Cruella de Vil is a violent fashionista who wants to murder and skin dogs.
She is called Cruella de Vil.
Cruel. Evil.
Cruel.
Devil.
Evil.
She's the freaking devil, guys. She's a cruel devil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will, is the song.
What's the angle? What's the angle on that?
How do you make Cruella... Because that's the thing. They've not said, it's going to be about Cruella de Vil's a nice... But, it could be a story of people facing off against her, and Elm Street, Friday the 13th, she is the title villain, of the piece.
Yeah.
Predator is not about how the Predator is a sympathetic alien killer.
Until the Predator.
Oh, God.
Remember The Predator?
No, because neither of us have bought it. Because we're not dumb. Anyone else bought it? You're not dumb, but
you should probably
sell it. Please sell it.
Don't
encourage this kind of stuff.
Don't. That ending, man. Fucking
Who was the lead again? Boyd Holbrook.
Yeah.
He was good. He was good in it. But fucking hell, that ending. That Independence Day Resurgence ending. Oh, by the way, when are we getting the third one? What? Never? Yep, cool.
I just want to crawl inside my own arse and die.
Which is how I feel about Cruella.
Hey!
The image is...
Lucid background.
The image is some Tim Burton-esque Emma Stone in fetish gear. holding onto the leads of three.
That's why this movie's
Dalmatians.
being made. Okay.
One of the most charismatic leading ladies in Hollywood. She's traditionally classically beautiful, but she's also quirky and a goofball, but not in that fake Jennifer Lawrence kind of way. She's charming as fuck. She's wonderful in everything she does. Should we put her in an outfit we can fap to? Yeah, sure, why not? Cool, okay. Cover in spiky rubber, boys and girls!
Spiky rubber.
And I believe that's Jasper and Horace in the image as well that was released. Did they say who were dlaying that? I don't think they did they? They just said Cruella's film. It is a photo of Emma Stone in costume.
Yes.
Here's a video from her saying, I'm having so much fun.
No, Paul Walter Hauser and Joel Fry as Horace and Jasper, respectively.
Now,
Craig Gillespie directing, who previously directed I, Tonya and Lars and the Real Girl.
oh, so I, Tonya, so they're used to making films about nasty people and glorification stories. Okay, so here's a little bit of something for you. The night that was announced, which I believe was Saturday, as part of the panel on Saturday, they also that's trended a bit. But my favourite thing was, trending for a day after that was Glenn Close. Because lest we forget, the original live-action remake was the 90s 101 Dalmatians, starring Glenn Close as Cruella de Vil.
Which was so well received, it got a sequel.
Yeah, 102 Dalmatians, which is not great. But the best thing about both of them is Glenn Close's performance as Cruella de Vil. She is believably that nasty monster in human form.
Yeah.
She's great in them. And it's such an odd one. And the thing is, we were way more forgiving. Obviously, we were kids, we weren't really thinking about it this way, but we were way more forgiving of that being a live-action remake of an animated classic. And I think it's because, in the 90s, we were all swept up in talking animal movies.
Listen, in the 90s...
Because the 90s were full of talking animal movies.
In the 90s, we were all making poor decisions.
They don't talk in the 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, no. Of course, they only talk in the animated one. They don't talk in the live-action one.
Which at least is different. Like, the Jungle Book or Lion King weren't bold enough to do that, were they?
It's different. Can you imagine a completely silent Lion King?
Yeah. Do it like an Animal Planet documentary.
That would have been... Oh, with that...
Oh, with Attenborough.
Now I actually want to see that.
For those wondering how the toucan can be friends with a lion without being eaten, we don't fucking know.
We don't know.
Why they've not eaten the bird, I'll never understand.
So apparently Cruella is an 80s set origin story with punk rock stylings, according to the Hollywood Reporter.
Just make an original property. Just tell an original
Why would
story
you do
with Emma
it?
Stone as a really cool villain in the 80s. I don't know. Fucking whatever. Whatever.
But the money.
You know, as long as it's better than the 94 Jungle Book, I'm sure we'll all be fine. That was a thing. That was a thing.
I went to see that in the cinema.
It was basically Tarzan, but with Jungle Book characters in it.
It wasn't very good.
It was odd.
It was an odd movie.
Fucking odd.
Let's talk about
Carry
Star
on
Wars.
was as a villain, though, so yay. Let's
talk about Star
Must
Wars.
we?
We
Must
must.
we?
We must talk about Star Wars.
Okay. We're going to talk about...
We must talk about...
Marvel Plus. Marvel stuff later.
Yes.
Okay. Because I've got some thoughts. Okay, go on, hit me.
We're going to talk about... Don't worry. We're going to do Star Wars next.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars next. Disney Plus rears its head again. We got a first proper full trailer for The Mandalorian.
Yes, bitch.
It looks
Yes,
fucking great.
bitch.
Like, I don't know what you want me to say about it.
And Netflix almost just out of panic released the trailer for El Thingy, whatever it's called, the Breaking Bad movie on the same day.
El Camino.
Which looks like, I'm intrigued. They've kept it fucking quiet as being a genuine thing that's happening, and then last second they're like, yeah, here's a trailer.
There were rumblings.
It's about Jesse Pinkman after the events of the series.
There were rumblings that it might happen, like,
for years
earlier this year.
Like a Breaking Bad movie.
And then Vince Gilligan was talking about that he was going to do it, and then nothing,
and now we know that it's fucking shot and in the can and
it's
coming
like,
out in a month and a half's time. Exclusively to
that
Netflix.
Was neat.
But I still, as excited as I am for that, I still think the trailer for The Mandalorian...
I'm excited for the fact that Taika Waititi's voicing IG-11.
Yes!
Also, IG-11 looks fucking boss.
For all those who looked at IG-88?
IG-88 is the one
in Empire Strikes Back and went, really? That's a bounty hunter? A metal matchstick man?
Then you should have played Shadows of the Empire, where he's a boss and he's a fucking bastard.
True, but this is their way of going... Like one thing the prequel trilogy got so right was Jango Fett.
Yeah.
Simply because it gave you what you all wanted. More Boba without having to do Boba.
Oh,
But then they
Boba.
fucked it up by putting Boba in it as a kid.
Oh, Boba.
And turning him into a revenge character, which is like, no, fuck off. I just prefer the idea of him, like, taking up bounty hunting like his dad did, because...
Tamura Morrison, though.
Yeah, he's great. And
Yeah.
and I bought... Jango Fett is the only... I've got a bunch of the Black Series action figures.
Yes.
Jango Fett's the only prequel one I've bought.
I had two
Because
separate...
I just saw him and I was like, I've got to have that. And his helmet comes off! He's got a likeness underneath, which is great.
I actually bought the Jango Fett action figures from the Attack of the Clones line when that movie came out.
But it was cool, because it was like...
It's a cool design.
People like Boba, but, like, people like Boba for the design, let's be honest. We all like Boba Fett because of the design.
I like him for his name. Boba.
Boba Fett!
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett! Before he gets knocked into his death by a blind man.
Bubble Fett.
Because that's the thing, Boba Fett is Bubble Fett, little fat boy, little fat life. There's one for the Kingsters.
Oh, that's who's making that cool.
Living that fat life.
Okay. Cool.
Oh god, Disney, you cowards! Make a T-shirt with Boba on it that says "Living that fat life." I dare you. I fucking dare you. So.
Yes.
Boba, we all like him because he looks cool, and in Empire Strikes Back he looks cool and he's imposing, and he's the one who gets Han Solo.
And in that animated sequence from the holiday special,
smacking that feathered dinosaur thing around the back, which gave us the beautiful artwork in the Saga Blu-ray box set, though. To be fair,
true,
which is hilarious because it's the only acknowledgement in the official releases that the Christmas special exists is that painting of him on the feathered beast. Back.
Well, they couldn't do the grandpa watching the sort of porn.
Oh god, or
that would have been an interesting painting. Oh yeah.
So, like, Boba Fett, we liked him because he was cool, because Han Solo was the cool character, and this guy catches Han Solo, so like, oh my god, he must be extra cool. And then he looked cool in the first, 20 minutes of Jedi, and then he dies like a fucking chump. But we all still love him for some reason. It's the design. Jango Fett gave us more of that. Now, we've got a Western set after Episode 6, with Pedro Pascal in the main role of a Mandalorian. So basically, you don't have to like Boba Fett anymore, guys.
Yep.
Because we're actually giving you a cool fucking Mandalorian.
Yep.
In the same sort of armor, in a storyline where, let us just remind you, where a character is played by Werner Herzog, who's the only sort of,
Yep.
character who's given a bit of a highlighting moment in the trailer.
The Mandalorian ship is called the Razor Crest.
Cool, better than
So that's
Slave
cool.
1. That's a better name than Slave 1.
There's a little bit of dog fighting. There's a Twi'lek with a knife.
Yet there is a fucking bit where someone tries to run away, he grapples their leg and pulls them through a doorway as it closes. Holy shit. I showed that to Lucy and she went, wait, hang on, rewind. What was that? I rewound it. She went, is this for kids? I went, it's
not really.
I think it's a PG-13 kind of dealio, this one. It's Star Wars for your slightly more grown-up kid. Don't be showing this to your 6-year-old at the Disneyland parade doing force hands to the bad guys. Which have you seen that video?
No.
The little girl, it's at the Hollywood Studios, and it's the parade, Star Wars parade, and stuff's going on through Hollywood Studios, and all the villains coming up in different sections, and this little girl is at the very front of it, where the parade cuts off and goes to the side. She's dressed as Rey, and every time one of the villains comes towards her, she puts her hand up, and each of the actors, to their fucking credit, sort of stops in their tracks for a moment, looks at her, and then gives a next time kind of thing, and moves away. And at the end of the procession, because I think they got wind of it, the last two characters to come up are Rey and Chewbacca, and they just walk straight up to her, both kneel down, and both start talking to her. And she gives Rey a massive hug. And it's going around the internet the last few days with people basically captioning it as, this is who it's for.
Yeah.
This is who it's for, you whining, complaining fucks. I didn't enjoy Last Jedi, but I concede it's not a movie for me anyway. Any enjoyment I get out of it is a bonus. It ain't fucking made for me. It's made for kids. All of them are made for kids. Yes, there are adult themes. Yes, there are deeper meanings to those who were already about to write an email. But it's for kids.
The Mandalorian, though,
is for your slightly older kids. Don't show that to your tiny 6-year-old Rey cosplayers. Show it to your 9-10-year-old Rey cosplayers who are able to stomach something a little bit more gritty.
Well, we'll see how exactly violent it gets.
But yeah, Taika Waititi is IG-11.
Which we haven't heard yet, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
There's a lovely photo from D23 of Jeff Goldblum in a Taika Waititi and Paul Bettany sandwich.
It's one of the most wonderfully pure things on the internet.
It's great.
It's absolutely fabulous.
We'll get to Jeff.
Oh,
we will
Jeff.
get to Jeff and Disney's first big National Geographic series for Disney Plus.
Oh, Jeff.
Oh, good lord.
Also on Disney Plus, finally confirmed, it's finally happening. Ewan McGregor is returning to reprise the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi in a Disney Plus series.
It is currently titled Kenobi, A
Star
Star
Wars
Wars
Story.
Story. So I guess we know what's happened to that franchise.
Yes.
It's moving to Disney Plus
So
as a series.
I think it was all but confirmed that there was a Kenobi movie in the works.
Well, he sort of suggested at the reveal that he has known he's playing the part again for about 3 years.
Yeah, so I think...
and has had to fib and pretend that he doesn't know anything for so long. Because at the end of the Star Wars presentation on the Plus panel, Kathleen Kennedy says, we couldn't let you go without revealing one more piece of news. And she says, and to do that, I'd like to invite onto the stage a dear member of the Lucasfilm family. And Ewan McGregor steps out.
I've seen this clip.
The audience lose their shit.
It's amazing.
And he just says, Kathleen, please just ask me in front of all these people.
Ask me the question.
Am I playing Obi-Wan Kenobi again? She goes, Ewan? He says, yes, dear. She goes, will you be playing Obi-Wan Kenobi for us again? And she goes, yes. And you can see the relief on his face as he says it finally, clarifying it publicly. He doesn't have to fib anymore.
The crowd goes fucking bonkers.
Because again, another thing the prequels got right was his casting. No matter how daft his character arc might have been in places, no matter how stupid his dialogue might have been in places. Hello there. Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by Ewan McGregor, was something that was really nice to watch and really fun to watch.
I feel fairly confident in saying that Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan is the best thing about the entire prequel trilogy.
I concur.
Yeah, he's really good in it.
Cheese and otherwise, bad stuff and otherwise. I don't think so. It's awful,
it's Star Wars. It's
awful,
cheesy,
but really enjoyable.
Yeah.
And he clearly has a love for this character and is closer in age now than before than he was in those films to Alec Guinness.
Was 68 or something, and
he was in his senior years, but Ewan's in his early.
Ewan's in his early 50s.
Early 50s.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
He's 52, I think.
No way.
Or is he 48?
He looks amazing. I mean, either way.
48.
Because I thought he was in his mid to late 40s, but if he's 52, fuck me. Whatever skin cream he's using.
He's late 40s, early 50s.
He's amazing, isn't he?
He's great.
And there's been a lot of media in the last couple of years in the new continuity for everything featuring Obi-Wan during his exile.
Yes.
Mostly stories told on Tatooine. He's popped up in Rebels in his final stand against Darth Maul.
Finally took down Darth Maul.
And the voice actor who plays him in that is
James
James Allen Taylor, but he's really channeling Guinness in that one.
Yeah.
Because the character model looks like a younger version of the Obi-Wan we all know from A New Hope.
Yeah, the comics do a really neat job actually of blending the look of the Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan
to the point with
the Alec Guinness.
To the point where Hot Toys have released a figure based on that, and it is
it's very good,
gorgeous. And you look at it and you're like, I can see them both. I can see both of them in this character's face. This is phenomenal. So I can imagine, in a world where we've had Looper and Stan and Ollie. And the upcoming film based on the Roger Ailes scandal. I think it's called Scandal, isn't it? I can't remember now. The Fox thing.
Possibly.
Where Charlize Theron and Nicole Kidman are wearing very subtle prosthetics to look like the people they're playing. I can imagine Ewan being given a few little digital or prosthetic-based tweaks to his visage, so he's got a bit more Alec in his face.
Well, they did it mostly with the hair in episode 3, didn't they?
Yes.
The hair and the beard.
Yeah.
She looked very Alec Guinness.
I'm happy this is happening.
Yes.
We have no idea what the quality is going to be like yet. Yes. But I'm happy it's happening. God damn. Also, Star Wars on Disney Plus, they've confirmed they showed some footage for the Clone Wars proper season 6.
Yes.
Which will be coming to Disney Plus.
Yes.
Young Justice styly.
So of course we need to talk about the Rise of Skywalker, which got.
Oh my god! I've just remembered. Ming-Na Wen is confirmed to being in the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, she's joined the Mandalorian. Yeah.
She was inducted into the Disney Legends ceremony, like her handprints and everything. Her, Jon Favreau, and Robert Downey Jr. were inductees this year.
Yes.
Ming-Na Wen, of course, long fucking overdue. They did it because it's like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is coming to an end, and we want to honour you. But also, she's freaking the original Mulan, so get her in that Legends Hall.
Also, she's Ming-Na Wen.
She's Ming-Na Wen, freaking badass. But she's been confirmed to being in it, and the speculation is rife that based on the timeline of The Mandalorian, she may be playing Ahsoka.
Now that would be interesting.
Because we, as of the end of Rebels, we don't know Ahsoka's fate. She's implied to still being out there during the time of the original trilogy.
Yes.
And Ming-Na Wen is in her... she's in her late 50s, so the character would be an older age, and
not that she
around
looks
the same
it.
age. She definitely doesn't freaking look it. Seriously, it's anyone involved with Star Wars, apparently. Ian McDiarmid does not look that much older now than he did in the early 2000s.
He's always looked old, though.
He's always looked old,
So he's
but he
already
doesn't look older. It's really strange.
No.
Some at Lucasfilm, there's like a fountain of youth. I think he develops it in sax in his goiter.
Yeah, probably.
Sign a contract. You must suck from the font of eternal youth juice.
Do it.
Oh god.
Do it.
But yeah, so Ming-Na Wen might be playing Ahsoka. So that's speculation, but speculation I can goddamn get behind.
That's interesting. I hope not. Because I would like the Mandalorian to be, and I think they've said as
standalone.
It's going to be completely clean.
All you need to know is it's based on. It's set after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
that's all you need
it's
to know.
5 years. So it's in between.
I think you can do that. I think you can do an episode with Ahsoka in it that's not lore heavy.
It's in between Return of the Jedi.
It's how you get a Jedi in the show.
And the Battle of Jakku.
Yes. And looks badass. And it's interesting, we've still not seen Pedro Pascal. Are they going to Judge Dredd him? Do we never see his face?
Yeah,
Will he always, Western style, be just referred to as the Mandalorian?
That's interesting, isn't it? That's interesting.
And to get a named star to play that role is interesting. But hey, Carl Urban did it for Dredd. Fuck it. Like, some actors are like,
great.
I'm not insanely proud. I want to play the character. And if the character never takes their goddamn helmet off, then I'm not taking my goddamn helmet off.
But that's also a performance challenge as well, because then you have to do everything with your body. Like Hugo Weaving in V for Vendetta.
Yes. Fuck.
Who was it before? It was James.
In what? On V for Vendetta, someone else
took
played
over
him
from
for a
someone
bit,
else. But I don't think they say they didn't use any of the footage. But
I know it's not him. I was going to say James Van Der Beek.
No, I want to say James McAvoy, but it wasn't James McAvoy. I want to say it was James McTeague.
Also, maybe? Taika Waititi's directed an episode of The Mandalorian, I believe.
Or two, maybe.
And Bryce Dallas Howard has, and John Favreau directed the pilot and is the showrunner. So
yes.
Probably has directed more than one episode.
And he's already making rumblings about a second season.
Good. So. Stop making him make your fucking CGI animal movies.
Yes.
Except for a second Jungle Book, I'm still open for that. Fucking hurry up. Neil Setti is not going to look like a child for much longer.
Well, quite.
In fact, I bet if you did an interview with him now, I'd be like, yes, I'm reprising the role of Mowgli.
Yes,
fucking
I'm going to be Mowgli.
I'm going to be Mowgli.
Smoking a cigarette in a holder.
The big old stogie.
With his cravat. Yes, I'm going to be playing Mowgli once again.
Someone said the success of that movie went to your head.
The wonders of digital de-aging technology.
We've learned how to take literally 3 years off of Neil Setti's
Unfortunately, Neil Setti now looks like he's in his 70s.
Oh, good Lord.
It's not true.
We don't know.
I have no idea. I've no idea. It's all conjecture. The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Got a new poster.
A fucking gorgeous piece of artwork as well.
As they always are. Always are.
I think the first poster for all these movies is always beautiful.
Yeah.
The later ones are also nice, but there's just something about the first. Like the Last Jedi one was the one which you've got somewhere actually.
I don't have it up anymore.
The original, the red sort of it's Luke's face, isn't it? Sort of the thingy and Rey in the middle, and it's that's a beautiful piece of work.
It also got some footage.
Yes,
the
it did.
D23
The D23
sneak peek.
Was it the inside look or whatever they call them now?
Peek.
Yeah, where they're like, here's a featurette, and this featurette's gonna have some fucking footage in it, boys and
Oh
girls.
boy, does it have some footage, including what looks to be the scene that is represented on the poster.
Yes.
With Rey and Kylo fighting on top of some
rumoured to be the remains of the Death Star.
Yes, well, we know the remains of the Death Star are a feature in it because they're in the teaser.
But that planet is not covered in water in the teaser, so I think people are just putting two and two together and assuming.
Who knows? Who knows what effect the Death Star debris crashing into the forest moon of Endor had?
The inside look is designed to tickle your field bags.
Oh, it does tickle them.
And it does it chronologically in terms of release. Like, it opens with stuff from A New Hope, then Empire, then Jedi, and then Phantom Menace, and then Clones, and then Sith. And there's a bit of Rogue One in there, if I remember correctly.
I don't recall. But
no, there isn't, because it's Skywalker focused. Yeah, you're right. But it goes straight to Force Awakens, and then a bit of Last Jedi, and then new shit starts appearing.
This is the new shit.
The trailer opens with voiceover from Luke, new voiceover. That has a bit of the voiceover we heard from the teaser.
Yeah.
But it's like expanded.
1,000 generations live in you now, etc., etc., etc.
And then it's ended with voiceover from Emperor fucking Palpatine. Getting a line this time. Well, I wish that was it.
Drink from the fountain of youth juice.
We suckle it from George's teat. His neck teat. You thinking of ordering your tickets from Fandango? Do it. Do it. Or you will die. Die, fake Plinkett. So
fuck a dog.
this looks cool. You've got red-eyed C-3PO, which immediately gave me Marvel Comics visions.
Literally thinking 000.
It's Invader Down, isn't it? Where 000 tasers Luke with his palm.
Yes.
But
000 is
the time for you thinking flashbacks, whatever it is at an end, and you're like, holy shit!
000 was a main cast member in the
because he's painted up to
first
look like
one of Darth Vader.
He's painted up to look like
they painted
3PO, isn't he? In that, yeah.
The first one of Darth Vader and the Dr. Aphra ongoing. He's a major player.
000 is great.
000 is great.
Basically, imagine if C-3PO were a robot that performed torture and murder on behalf of human masters, but claimed that it was completely of his own free will and that he enjoys every second of it.
Yes, he's an assassin droid. Disguised as a protocol droid.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Yes.
But yes, the 3PO Red Eyes, which the internet is not talking about enough. The fuck is going on there? We get a couple more shots of hyperspace travel. We get things coming out of light speed and lining up. We get a sky
full of Star
full
Destroyers.
Of Imperial Star Destroyers, which is... I hope that that's this movie's equivalent of a Death Star. Just put it that way. Because... Don't give us another fucking spherical thing in the sky. But also,
just
The Last Jedi make a big point out of there being like 5 destroyers max or whatever, like with one particular big one. Like, that's it. Like the Resistance is barely fighting back against the First Order, but the First Order is still like containable. There's just not enough people helping fight them.
No. The First Order's not. It's massive.
Oh fuck!
It's way bigger than it appears to be. It's way bigger than they think it is.
Do you think they've got the balls to end the saga with the bad guys just winning?
Possibly.
I don't think they do.
Possibly.
Unless JJ finally opens his mystery box, it's just a fortune cookie piece of paper that says, let the bad guys win.
Let the bad guys win.
He's like, oh, shit.
Let the Wookiee win.
Whatever's in that mystery box now, I guarantee it was edible and it's fucking rotten.
Yeah, it's just...
Someone gave him like a Terry's chocolate orange.
It's a bologna sandwich from 17 years ago.
Oh, God, the moment he opens it, he dies. And then the spore cloud hits him and he dies and immediately rots. And then someone makes a movie out of it and the circle is complete.
Yes.
The
circle is complete.
Mystery Box, a new horror movie. About the true story of J.J. Abrams.
Listen.
Do I have to?
What does the sneak peek end with?
Sneak peek fucking ends.
Yeah.
With Rey.
Yeah.
In dark clothing.
Yeah.
Wielding what at first appears to be either a dual-bladed or sort of like sectioned red lightsaber.
A light fork. Until
we cut out wide and she Swiss Army knives that bitch and snaps it into place as a dual-ended lightsaber.
Yeah, it's a lightsaber. It's a lightsaber staff that folds in half, basically.
Yeah.
I'm down with it.
So again, something from the prequels people liked, Darth Maul's lightsaber, is back, kinda. In the hands of Rey.
Evil Rey.
Who's dressed in your stereotypical dark side outfit.
Oh, yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. We won't have to wait long to find out because it's out on December 20th.
Yeah.
And judging by how these trailers usually release, we should get a trailer in October. A proper full trailer in October.
Tony Goldmark of the wonderful YouTube show about Disney theme parks and Universal theme parks, more on theme parks later, for example, on Twitter says, for all you people complaining about the Mary Sue stuff and how she's like this, a flawless hero who can do no wrong and do everything, she's now possibly a villain. Are you scared yet? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, they've got a point. Like the films have set up the idea that Rey is very kind of force sensitive and very capable and she's very tactical. She thinks on her feet and is good at it. People have made those complaints that, oh, she's too OP, it's ridiculous, blah 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 blah. Forgetting again, A, it's a kids movie, and B, she's the good guy that the magical force of good is clearly choosing to help save the day. Fucking get over it, guys.
Yeah,
this isn't complex science fiction. It's kids sci-fi. Yeah. But that is a good point. Like, imagine if Captain America turned out to be working for Hydra. Like, if
Captain America was working for? We'll get to that.
You would be shitting yourself. Like, what if Rey actually does the dark side now? Like, Rey is pretty formidable. Oh shit, the good guys are in trouble. Like,
Yeah,
cool.
there's another shot of her in this sneak peek, just boomeranging her lightsaber through trees. A blue lightsaber, actually, because it looks like she's repaired Luke's saber.
So
I'm down.
I'm down to clown.
I'm down for Rise of the Skywalker.
I'm down to clown. I want him to stick the landing in a completely selfish way for me personally.
Yeah,
I didn't enjoy number 2. I want number 3 to make me appreciate number 2 even more, and win me over and conclude it.
You want to go number 2?
Yeah, boy.
Oh no! Wait till we finish.
Okay. Mind you, these cushions are very absorbent.
They are very absorbent. I learned that the hard way. I didn't really.
It was more liquid than
I spilled coffee! From my ass. So...
What is the size coffee made of again?
Oh, it's arse coffee.
Arse
coffee.
Sponsors the Big Damn Cast. Do you like coffee? Do you like fecal matter? No? Well,
Have I got the drink for you?
Choke that shit down.
Choke it down. Choke it down. Do it. So, Marvel news. Probably the biggest avalanche of news out of B23.
Yeah, because we thought Marvel were done, boys and girls. We thought they told us everything they could tell us.
They've got more. There's always more. There's always money in the banana stand.
Shall we talk about the confirmed entry on the release slate that they didn't say at San Diego Comic-Con, which they alluded to at the end of Comic-Con, but didn't confirm. Then they flat out confirmed it.
Let's do Disney Plus stuff first, and then we'll do movies.
Okay, you beauty.
So Disney Plus
Matt.
decided to announce several things.
Yeah, so we've already got
Yep.
a Loki series, which the director, she has now confirmed that it is indeed spinning out of Endgame's alternate reality Loki, escaping into time.
What Loki did next, basically.
Which is great. I'm happy about that because we rewatched Infinity War the other day, and his death is so wonderfully sudden and unexpected because it's in the first 5 minutes of the movie that I'm glad it's sticking. Like, I like the idea that the Loki we went on that journey with is gone. Like, he's dead. Sorry, folks. The guy who is somewhat maybe redeemed that we all fell in love with as a villain and as an anti-hero, he's fucking dead. Oh my god, Miss Keisha? Oh, fucking shit, she fucking dead. He is gone. So that's great. We've got the Loki show. WandaVision, which
we've had more info out of.
And a wonderful bit of concept art. Have you seen it?
Oh yes.
The two of them just sat. It just looks like Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany if they were in a 50s sitcom, having a lovely time chatting on the sofa whilst this weirdly ominous shadow is on the back wall.
And the shadow casting in the shapes of their classic comic appearances.
Yeah, so that's
Vision and Scarlet Witch.
That is fucking cool.
Also, a new cast for that as well.
What we'll get to that. Yeah. So we've got that WandaVision announced. What else was the next show? Oh my god, my brain's melting.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
We've
got poster for now with.
I think we can. Is there any extra news about that apart from the poster?
I don't think so. I don't think there was any footage shown.
So, spoiler alert, the extra news about Falcon and Winter Soldier is there was a poster released at the Disney floor. Again, the teaser posters for these things released at cons are always gorgeous pieces of artwork. I had the Infinity War one as my desktop wallpaper for the better part of a year.
Yes.
But this is Bucky and Sam. We don't see Sam full on. He's side on behind Bucky, giving us a hint of the costume he'll be wearing.
There's certainly a lot more red and white in that costume.
As Captain America. And Bucky is in sort of the same outfit as his Infinity War Endgame.
Yeah, ensemble. Sort of like fairly sleek black bodysuit.
But he's got a trimmed up, neat and fucking short hairstyle. Mm. And I just please guys, at some point, just give him a domino mask. Just do it. Just do it. And I'll be happy. So we've got Falcon Winter Soldier.
Give him a domino mask, just have the grease over the eyes.
Well, we had that in Winter Soldier.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Go all out, fuck it. DC aren't doing any domino masks.
Bring it full circle.
Do it. What were the other plus shows?
What If? Which we got some
go
footage
into, and there's one more, isn't there? There's 5. Where's my brain melting?
No, that's it.
I know. But
for now,
motherfuckers, cause
we got
holy shit
announced. Fucking
Kevin Feige just came out and went,
"Oh yeah, we need some more Disney Plus shows."
Oh, I didn't unfurl all of my dick.
No.
1 second.
Have a look at this.
Let me pull back the foreskin to reveal.
Have a look at this. A Moon Knight TV show.
I can't even begin to express how excited I am about the notion of this. For
And
those
this
who
is
don't
also
know, Moon Knight. Imagine if Batman was straight up schizophrenic.
Yeah.
There's your show. Like
Basically.
Batman's schizophrenic and doesn't have an Alfred to keep him in check.
Has literal multiple personalities.
Yeah, like that's Moon Knight, a billionaire dressed in a white fucking cape and cowled suit with razor sharp, like throwable weapons and a big ass bow staff and a shitload of cool technology, operating outside of the law and to a point where people like the Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D. be like, we need to bring this guy in.
He may be the Fist of Khonshu, an instrument of the ancient god, Egyptian god. He may also be just severely mentally ill.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he's both.
Like Ultimate Thor.
Yeah.
Who knows? We're going to find out. I'm excited. Now, they're going to have to PG-13 him.
I would imagine these will be pitched at Netflix level. Or this one, anyway.
We're yet to we've discussed it before, haven't we? But we're yet to find out if there's going to be an age-tiered section of Disney+. I hope so, considering their back catalogue of Miramax, Touchstone...
Yeah, there's going to be a lot
all those films. I mean, Disney own, like, 5 of Tarantino's movies, for example. Like,
yeah.
It would be weird to not put them on their streaming service to give adults who aren't... Because they believe they're not, they exist, guys. Adults who aren't big on family entertainment. It would be a perfect incentive for them to pay for Disney Plus if they've got a walled-off section.
I think they will do that.
Which is why I hoped that one day, far beyond the deals, they could finally put the Netflix shows in a pocket in there and be like, there they go. Here, they have a streaming home now for you to watch them.
Money solves all problems, Chris.
Indeed, he does. But Moon Knight, even if it's PG-13, I think we could do it in a PG-13 way, based on how dark some of the material they've handled in the MCU has been. I mean, Infinity War and Endgame, anyone?
Yeah.
They could definitely do it. Do it. But I'm excited. Moon Knight. Holy fuck.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight is about to become a household name.
So She-Hulk.
Do you remember I said I can't begin to describe how excited I am?
Yeah.
Times that by 2.
Yeah.
Welcome to fucking She-Hulk. And they've confirmed that She-Hulk will be a fucking law show.
Yeah. That's the lawyer who is also a Hulk.
It's going to be drawing more on the Dan Slott era of the She-Hulk comic book from the 2000s. And you can tell that he kind of knew this was coming because his tweets around it were like, well, there you are. And it was like, oh shit. So, yeah, She-Hulk, for those who don't know, is the cousin of Bruce Banner, who in the comics traditionally, through a horrible accident, needs a blood transfusion. Banner is there to provide, and his gamma-irradiated blood does some shit to her.
Yeah, she's not as strong as Hulk, but she can Hulk out at will, and she doesn't lose her intelligence.
Jen Walters?
Jen Walters.
Jen Walters can transform into the She-Hulk. Sometimes she's been just in that form permanently. Dan Slott's run dealt with the idea that maybe she can change it at will still, despite claiming she couldn't.
Yeah, she just likes it
Just likes it more. She's like 8 foot tall, green,
there was going to be...
not overly comically muscular, but like is muscular and is still going and doing freaking like superhero and supernatural related court cases.
There was going to be a movie in the early 90s, I think, which got as far as some promo stills.
Yeah.
With Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah.
As She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So
existing in that alternate reality where we also got that David Bowie produced Daredevil TV series.
So think of that sort of thing.
Yeah. It's like it will be cool that. The fact she's She-Hulk, they have to tie it into the MCU obviously more directly, so yeah. I'm wondering whether or not the big selling point of that one for the trailers will be Ruffalo's involvement in the show.
Yeah, can you imagine if Professor Hulk pops up?
Because of course, yeah, if it's based on that part of the timeline, if it's set after Endgame, then yeah. Maybe she will become a Hulk independently and they'll drop the cousin thing, and you know what I mean? It's
probably. Because he never really talked about Banner's family in the MCU, so it could go either way, really.
This could be a great way to bring Betty into it in some way and get Tyler back on board. Betty. Or as Lucy says, when we did our marathon last year, we got to the Incredible Hulk. Every 5 seconds, you just going. I was like, stop it! But now, whenever I mention the Hulk, if there is a pause of longer than a second afterwards, she just goes, oh, for God's sake! So yeah, oh my god, an action show that's also a law procedural. Fuck yes,
please. With also She-Hulk. So yeah, nice,
nice. And like I said before, Tina Fey. Just put Tina Fey in.
I've seen some people blowing a trumpet for Stephanie Beatrice.
Oh yes, fuck. Okay,
so there is that. But would you do 60 style Lou Ferrigno and have different people playing Jen and She-Hulk?
No, I think with their budget, I think you create a mocap character. You just do it that way. I mean, it's expensive.
If she spends
but
more
if
time...
the series is we don't know how long these series are. If it was like a 5-part series, you could totally do that.
If she spends more time as She-Hulk, it'd make more sense to have the Hulkified version of her more or less live action, and then use like similar to the Captain America Chris Evans stuff to make her Jen Walters.
Oh, okay.
If she's She-Hulk all the time, that would make more sense for me. If I was a filmmaker, which I'm not. If I was a TV producer, which I'm not. But I could
have a soul.
Yeah. Hey.
So what you're saying is we paint Gina Carano green.
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
It is about time. She's been touted for so many superhero things. It is about time that she went, look, Gina, you've waited for ages.
She's in The Mandalorian.
She's in The Mandalorian, and she's, what do you call it? She is Angel Dust
in
Deadpool. And she gets to do a superhero landing. Superhero landing!
Yeah.
But, like, she's been touted as Wonder Woman at one point and all this stuff. Just yeah, fuck it. It's about time. Let her show off some
How tall is Gina Carano, though?
She's not super tall, but she's like 6'4", I think. But, you know, that's where you use your platforms and your heels and your shooting and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
If they can make
Elijah
Tom Cruise
Wood
look
was
tall.
not 3'8". He's 3'9". But, you know, you know, you can do it. But, yeah, fuck, I don't know. I'm excited. And if they draw on the Dan Slott run for inspiration, fucking great. And because it's Disney Plus, we get to do what S.H.I.E.L.D. promised it was going to do and did a bit more in its earlier series, which is bring in elements that are clearly never going to get their own movie.
Yeah.
But would be cool to see. Because, like, the Absorbing Man was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a few episodes.
Yeah.
Fucking bring him in. Like, he's classically a Hulk or Thor villain.
Yeah.
Let's have a storyline where Jen has to defend him in court against her best wishes.
Can we turn
so
this...
we can have a fight between the Absorbing Man and She-Hulk. That would be amazing.
Can we turn this into an MCU version of Powerless, but, you know, like, good?
Yes, please. Well, that nearly... Damage Control was in the works.
they...
And then Powerless, like, got the green light and Disney pulled back.
It's like,
and they introduced the concept of Damage Control in Spider-Man Homecoming as a company, and that was it.
Yes.
And it was sort of piloted in Item 47 as well.
Yeah.
Like, Agent Sitwell's role in that was obviously meant to be a Damage Control style, like, oh god, someone nicked some of the tech. Oh, we've got to find it, fucking hell. And in fact, I think, if I remember correctly, the man and wife in that story, that then I think they both appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. briefly as well, like, not featured as roles, but it was like, oh god, it's the guys who get turned into S.H.I.E.L.D. agents at the end of Item 47.
Yeah.
I think that was meant to sort of be, again, teasing the idea of, like, oh, Damage Control could be a S.H.I.E.L.D. thing, and it could be these people who are really excitable and...
Intriguing.
Yeah, so maybe we do get that with the She-Hulk. Ah, well, 2 amazing new Disney Plus shows announced by the Marvel Studios team.
Oh yeah, Chris, they're doing Miss Marvel show!
Oh my god, yes. Do you remember that excitement I told you about that I couldn't quite describe? Can you times it by 4?
They're doing a Kamala Khan Miss Marvel show.
I would round it up to 5, but I have one qualm with this.
What?
Why is it not a movie, man? Why is it not a movie? I say that simply just from the basis of that would be even more cool representation.
It would be more cool representation. I think they want to hit it hard and hit it fast.
But that is the thing as well. The Kamala Khan story, like, her family are a big part of her life and her story, and a TV series would narratively do much better service to that. You can condense family life and tell that story and make them a prominent role into films, and especially in superhero fiction. It has been done. For perfect examples, look at Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, Shazam most recently.
Yeah, Shazam.
Like, you can do it and make it work really well, but I see why they've gone for a series over a film. holy shit, we're going to get, Pakistani American representation within the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
Do you think she's going to have full-on stretchy powers, or do you think it's going to be sort of more like bit part stretchy powers?
I want full-on stretchy powers.
Okay.
Full-on in beginning.
I don't want them to take away, as weird as it sounds, too much from the inevitable Reed Richards we're going to get.
They have fairly similar power sets, but
she tends to do less like stretchy,
Yeah.
or stretch my arms, make big fists, look at me, I'm now 7 feet tall. I'm
yeah,
punch you
I
kind
don't
of thing.
think she's got the range that Reed Richards has. In terms of, like, I don't think she can stretch as far, and I don't think she's quite as plastic.
Also, it's a story of a kid.
Yes.
Who idolizes, and this is going to be interesting because the world's reaction to Captain Marvel has been odd overall. It's not been unanimously, we as an audience love this character. I'm not just talking about the loud, smaller set of people who just have a problem full stop because she's a woman, la la la. Like, I mean, there has been kind of a thing of, like, myself included, where I'm like, yeah, she's cool. I don't know. I kind of feel like they're not showing us enough of Carol, or I'd like to get to know her a little bit better as a person. But
I'd like more Carol, please.
To be fair, yeah, that's what an excuse for another movie or whatnot would give us. So that's
Yes.
cool. But there are people, especially female audience members, at about fucking time, who are like, yes, please, more Carol, fucking absolutely. Thank you so much, Marvel, for doing this. So, to represent that in a character in the MCU with Kamal Khan, I'm all for it. Go for it. Cool. Great. Fucking awesome.
Also, if they go off if they maintain the comics characterization that she's a superhero fangirl in universe.
Yes. She will be a pseudo Spider-Man replacement.
Yes.
As well, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
We get to have somebody who's less like, they're a direct element in my life, and more, oh my god. Like, I freaking love She-Hulk. She's cool. Did you see She-Hulk on the news, Mom? Oh my god, she's fucking awesome. I want to be a lawyer or a detective. Did you hear about Jessica Jones? She's so fucking cool. Oh my god, I was going to school and I saw War Machine flying over the Stark Tower. Like, you know, you could do that kind of stuff.
Machine.
Oh fuck yeah! I hope we've not seen the last of Don Cheadle.
I hope we haven't.
And his old wizened face.
I hope we've never seen the last of Don Cheadle.
And his turkey-like neck.
I want Don Cheadle to outlive the inevitable heat death of the universe.
We are not done until we're done. Cheadle.
Hey! Right, so the existing Marvel Plus, Disney Plus shows. Let's talk about these.
Yes.
So WandaVision has its poster,
a beautiful teaser image,
and
they confirmed some new cast members. And one of these I'm really excited about.
Some new cast members. Yeah. We have returning MCU alumni.
Yes.
Kat Dennings reprising her role as Darcy from the Thor movies.
Yes.
And Randall Park reprising his role as Agent Wu from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yes. And
joining the MCU is Catherine Hahn.
I don't know who Catherine is playing yet.
No announcement on who she's playing.
Catherine Hahn, excellent addition.
She's brilliant. I love Catherine Hahn.
The return of Jimmy Woo.
Yeah.
Yes. Because that was great. When I think it was the second time I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp, I realised that's who he was. And
also,
I was like,
he's so fucking funny in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I was so delighted that it was him, because I was like, oh my god, you are subtly expanding the fucking MCU with more characters in ways that I didn't even spot in my first watching. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But I'm most excited about Kat Dennings returning as Darcy, simply because that is a character who was sort of, for better or worse, was just sort of really cheesy comic relief.
Yeah.
But is a character who has studied dimensional travel, dimensional gateways, the idea of connecting between universes. So if you're gonna bring somebody in for your show about Wanda learning about her reality warping powers, or maybe travelling to different realities,
and you can't get Stellan Skarsgård.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Selvig has a cameo in it. I wouldn't be surprised. But, like, it makes sense. And also, Kat Dennings is now a fucking veteran of the procedural TV schedule kind of world.
Yeah.
Having done Two Broke Girls for years.
They're apparently pitching WandaVision as a sort of sitcom.
Yes, complete with laugh track for some of it, I've heard.
So...
Not the whole thing. The whole thing isn't going to be thingy, but, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of the realities.
Yeah,
that we spend a lot of our time in.
Yeah. So who do you get? You get people who have done comedy. So you get Kat Dennings, you get Randall Park, you get Catherine Hahn.
I'm delighted and you know, awesome. Like keep that MCU alive. I want to see
It's
more.
still
of this.
got a terrible title, but I'm really intrigued
I don't
about
hate
it.
the title because of the title treatment.
Yeah,
Because of that little antenna radar thing coming off the eye. I'm like, no, I get it. This is they're hinting at what's to come. It sounds stupid because it's their two names mashed together.
yeah.
But I don't think that's what it is. I think the word Vision is not referring to him strictly.
Also, some
WandaVision could totally be just like, this is the overall title we're giving to the idea that she's seeking out through universes to find him.
But some conjecture is also going around now that maybe this is going to lead to having a more antagonistic role in the Doctor Strange sequel.
Scarlet Witch?
Yeah.
Maybe losing control of dimensional stuff. Like some kind of house of some kind, maybe.
Multiverse of madness. I don't know.
I don't want to make Wanda the villain. I think if you do House of M style storyline, I think you need to do it with someone else pulling her strings, because she has totally redeemed herself. Like, she's gone through her redemption arc.
Yeah.
And I want to just see her be on top now. Like, one of the coolest moments in Endgame is when she fucking joins in the fight.
Oh, she kicks the shit out of Thanos.
You took everything from me. I don't even know who you are.
You will.
You will. And, like, she is the only person in that fight who gets him to the point where he fucking panics and just orders a nuclear strike.
Yeah.
Like, I want Wanda, if she is going to be a weapon against our heroes in the future, I think someone else has to pull those strings. I think you've got to have someone mind controlling her or something, or getting inside there and manipulating what she can do. Just so she can have the fucking cool moment at the end of being like, turn it around and fuck your shit up, son.
Well, fuck your shit up, boy!
Which would be awesome. So I can't. I think this might be the show I'm anticipating the most now.
Yeah,
weirdly.
Yeah.
Just for the possibilities.
Although we did get some footage from What If.
Yes, we fucking did.
It's not available online yet. There's a couple of
I don't think
pictures.
they showed footage. I think it was the completely colorized and illustrated animatics.
Oh, okay.
And concept art.
Because there was
for one specific storyline.
There was two.
Oh wait, what? Just a second.
They showed Winter Soldier facing off against a zombie cat.
What?
And
the fuck is that for?
And a
most
Peggy Carter, Captain America.
Captain Carter.
Complete with unenhanced Steve Rogers in some sort of World War II era Hulkbuster armour.
Created by Howard Stark.
So,
with Peggy wearing what can best be described as, let's face it, a Captain Britain costume.
Yeah.
Complete with the Union Jack in the centre of the vibranium shield.
Some outlets are wrongly, erroneously reporting it as her as Captain Britain, but she isn't Captain Britain.
No, it's definitely a nod toward Brian Braddock.
I mean, they might go that way with it in the episode, but certainly they've not referred to it as Captain Britain.
And I believe Hayley Atwell was the cast member who came along to discuss the show and talk about it, because I presume she's already recorded her episode by this point.
Yes.
Or is over there right now to get that recording done.
Yeah, you think.
The principal recording sessions. I think
there was a bit of Hayley Atwell also sort of showing thanks to the fact that there is such demand for more Peggy. Like, people really took to that character. And her, by extension, her. Like, it's Hayley Atwell's performance that has made Peggy as popular as she is.
There's a boatload of sets have been released over the last few months, Marvel Legends sets for the 80 years of Marvel range.
Yeah.
And a few of them are MCU inspired, and I only spent the money on the shipping to get hold of one of them on fucking release, and that was the first Avenger set, which, partially because it comes with a Steve in his raiding the lab gear, so you can see the cheesy costume peeking out underneath the jacket.
Very good.
But he's in like the boots and pants. He's got he's got a gun and the helmet on top, and two really good sculpts of Chris Evans that are both the same, but one of them's got slightly flatter hair because it's built for the hat. She's like, great, well done.
Literal hat hair.
So you can have the hat in hand and him with his hat hair. But the main reason I got it was because the other figure is Peggy. And she comes with the blank vibranium shield and a fucking automatic gun. It's like, oh my god, this is great. This is great. So that makes me excited as fuck. They also confirmed that there will be 23 episodes of What If in season 1 based on the currently existing, because obviously other films will come out between now and then.
Yes.
Well, season 1 is 23 episodes, and they will be based on the current existing 23 movies in the MCU, one for each movie. So we now know what the format of What If is for the MCU version. It is that story you know.
But
But
this
what
happens.
if?
Yeah.
I've got a feeling that they're going to be Flash animated. Not necessarily crudely, but like
they're
that
cell
seems to
shaded.
be. Okay, so it could still be Flash animated.
Yeah. But they're
in
it's
terms of
cell
the
shaded style.
motion. But I'm excited for that. I think the reason why we're going to get 23, and the reason why all these big stars have said yes, I think we're looking at probably like 10-minute episodes.
Oh yeah,
I think they're
probably.
going to be quite short.
I would have thought so.
But still enough to give us some sweet what if action. Oh baby.
Oh baby.
I just can't wait for them to get up to the ones involving fucking Thanos, because Josh Brolin is a confirmed cast member.
I think everyone's going back.
Nearly everyone. Downey and Evans are not.
Oh.
Yeah, Johansson's confirmed. So I guess it just depends on the stories, really, doesn't it? I don't think they will bring in replacement voice actors. I think that means the stories will be catered to who has said yes and whatnot.
Interesting.
Because Tom Holland's not a cast member, as far as I'm aware.
Because I've seen them talking about at least a couple of
How are
different
you going to do a what if for Homecoming and Far From Home if Holland's not a cast member? Then again, I imagine they probably could get him back to do it, because Tom Holland is tied to make live action movies for Sony, but he's not tied down to not make voice appearances for. We'll get into the complications of what that character is going to be doing over the next few years in a minute. Because I've got my theme park fucking.
Do we
news.
have to?
No, we're not going to talk about the divorce because that's depressing. We talked about it a lot last week, but I've got some news in regards to the theme parks that makes you realise some stuff may already have been signed off and approved long before this deal was in question, which means he probably could do what if episodes if it's already been agreed on.
Well, there's a little bit of Spider-Man news.
Spider-Man!
But it's like the littlest bit of thing you would least expect.
Yeah, hit me, boy.
Disney Junior.
What?
Are getting a Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends show aimed at tiny kids, but the Amazing Friends in this case being other versions of Spider-Man in a sort of Funko Pop-esque design style. It's Spider-Man and his other Spider-Mans teaming up with other. It's a Marvel team up, but with Spider-Man and Ghost Spider and Miles Morales Spider-Man and Hero of the Week. So that's something nice for the kids.
Spider-Verse is a blessing and a curse. I love the original Spider-Verse story arc. I think it's fucking great. I think and Shattered Dimensions, which clearly was sort of like a Dan Slott testing the idea for it. Fucking great. Love them. Love the Spider-Verse comic and its tie-ins. So much fun.
That Joker.
I love Into the Spider-Verse. It's a great movie. It's a fucking amazing movie. Might be the best Spider-Man movie ever made.
I watched it again. We introduced the child to it, and
witness this, the child.
Blew his mind.
It's so fucking good. Just the music. Even the stuff that doesn't make it onto the official soundtrack. Just a little bit of fucking B.I.G., a little bit of Biggie at the top. So, I love those things. I absolutely do love them. But the last series of Ultimate Spider-Man, the last two series of Ultimate Spider-Man, Web Warriors, which is basically them just being obsessed with the idea of crossovers and different Spider-Men, which got referenced in Spider-Verse, to be fair, in the comic book.
Yeah.
There's a bit where the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon version of Ultimate Spider-Man is in that.
Yes.
And a team that Miles is basically put on because they're on the least dangerous mission, and Peter makes sure that Miles is on the least dangerous mission. And he's with him, and they're driving up, it's like them and Spider-Ham and a couple of others, and they're driving up a wall in the Spider-Mobile. And the Ultimate Spider-Man keeps referring to them as the Web Warriors, and Miles is like, didn't decide on a name. Please shut up.
Please.
And it's a reference to the cartoon. It's like, that's kind of cool. But a Spider-Man trope I absolutely am so bored of is, what would this character be like if they had the Venom symbiote? Let's put the Venom symbiote on this character. What would
They're doing that in the Marvel Spider-Man animation that's on at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, they're about to do Superior Spider-Man, which again I'm like, no, I get it, but no. But
they're currently doing what's it called, Maximum Venom. In the current cartoon.
Current cartoon's not very good.
It's Maximum Venom.
My opinion, it's not very good.
Maximum Venom.
But and also it's broken continuity because that version of Spider-Man has now appeared in Avengers Assemble, whatever it's called now. Even though the Ultimate Spider-Man version appeared in the earlier seasons, so the continuity's broken.
It broke.
But as bored as I am of that, I'm getting more bored now of every new Spider-Man property announced being look at all the alternate Spider people. It's like,
Well,
you're
you know
going
how
to
it
dilute
is.
it and make it boring.
One thing works, so they just keep doing that again.
This is essentially
again,
a successor
and
to
again.
the superhero show, pretty much.
Yes, I suppose. It's got that similar sort of cutesy, chibi art style.
Yeah. Fine, whatever. It's not aimed at us. Cool. As long as it's
Yeah,
not,
that's what I mean. It's
as long
like,
as it's not trash and doesn't talk down to its audience, then cool.
well, that's kind of
whatevs.
neat. I mean, it's aimed at preschoolers by all accounts, so I don't think they'll have much talking down to do. Like, how do you
Because
talk?
they're 2 foot something.
How do you not talk down to preschoolers?
You do what Ray in that parade did. You kneel down and you talk to them eye to eye. Damn it.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure, sure, that'll work.
Get on their level.
Um,
God damn it.
right, let's talk about movies.
Must we?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's talk about the furthest away first.
Okay.
Now confirmed for 2022.
Yes, by its director who wrapped up on stage to be like, yeah, we're doing it.
Ryan Coogler is returning for Black Panther 2. Working title. We haven't got a proper title for it yet. They're taking their time on it. He wants to make it real special. The assumption is that all the surviving cast from the first one are returning.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Coogler returning to direct and write. And 6th of May 2022, we will get another Black Panther.
Feels a million years away.
It feels so long away.
But I'm just happy we're getting it, because of course we were getting it. The financial success of the first one guaranteed we were definitely getting it.
Yes.
And it means we will have, by that point, 5 movies with Black Panther in them.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
5 really good movies with Black Panther in them.
Pretty fucking cool.
Who'd have thunk it?
During our Infinity War rewatch, the moment that the whole
man.
we don't know who'd have the technology to do that, and it just cuts the cap, and you just see that sort of like the drum starts to build.
Yeah.
Before he says, "I think I know a place," like just oh my god, goosebumps on my skin every time. I'm just so excited. There's a few moments in the MCU where they're about to introduce a character or suggest a character, and I go like, "Oh, I'm so excited!" Like the other one is when the subtitle fucking Queens just comes up in Civil War.
Yeah.
And that track plays. You're just like, oh my god, Spider-Man! Like, it's just, it's so cool.
Spider
I
Boy.
can't wait for more Black Panther.
Spider Boy.
What villain do you think they'll go for? Do you think they'll go for a BP villain, or do you think they'll go for a wider Marvel threat?
Don't know, because he's not got like a huge rogues gallery. We've done Killmonger.
And Baku's become sort of a shaky ally instead of a villain.
Claw's dead.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get Red Robotic Claw, so they could totally do something with Claw if they wanted.
Maybe.
And it would be a mocap character, and I'm sure Andy Serkis is open to the idea of doing some performance capture, maybe. Don't know if he's ever tried it before.
It's all he's going to do for the rest of his life at this point.
He's an
Poor
excellent...
Andy Serkis.
He has pioneered it, though, to be fair. To the point where he now runs a company as well. Like,
no doubt.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. And he has championed it as just being like, it's not a fucking magic trick. Like, it is performance. It's just a different costume. It's like, yeah, good on you.
Yeah.
The dude's managed to play actual apes, like,
yes,
on numerous occasions, and has been phenomenal in the role.
Yes.
So yeah.
So Black Panther 2 is happening. Surprising no one, but nice to have it confirmed. Black Widow's right around the corner.
Yes.
There was some footage shown at the event, but none of it has been released online as of yet. And we also got a lovely new poster showing us the characters, including a very, very beardy Red Guardian.
In basically a straight-up like Red Guardian style Captain America cowl.
Yeah.
Taskmaster glimpsed as well, confirming what... Well, I'll say confirming. It's reinforcing what I believe, that it's a repurposed Iron Man armour.
Yes.
Because it's got the cheekbone structure and the chin and everything.
Love the cheekbones.
But it's got a skull-like nose thingy in, and it's got these like tech goggles over the top.
Mm-hmm. And we've also seen the white Black Widow suit.
Yes,
that's out there. So
yes,
that's pretty neat.
Apparently, the teaser footage had Florence Pugh, and Scarlett Johansson in a tussle with each other, lots of choking. Ooh. So that's one for you, Tumblr. Get on that. Get right on that.
No, you can't put adult content on Tumblr anymore.
Choking is not adult content, sir.
Depends on the context.
What you put in the comments or the reblog.
Well, God, remember Tumblr? Jesus.
Yeah. Do you remember that? Do you remember Tumblr?
Tumblr.
Do you remember Tumblr? Because I'm sure a boatload of the bank accounts of the people who used to make money from it remember Tumblr as well. It lost $1.8 billion in the last few months alone.
That's what happens when Yahoo buys things.
That's what happens, Verizon, when you get rid of the titties.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Nothing generates revenue.
We want to make it family friendly. Guys, it's a fucking blog site. It will only ever be what the people who work on it and make things on it want it to be.
If you restrict them, they will go elsewhere.
You want to make a family-friendly version? Do like Tumblr Family or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But you got rid of the titties.
Tumblr.
And you have paid
No,
for it.
Right.
You have paid for it in just over $1 billion.
Jesus.
So there you go. Bring back the titties. Hashtag bring back the titties.
So the big centerpiece.
Hashtag Tumblr titties.
The big Tumblr titties of Marvel's D23 lineup. Of course. Was the Eternals.
Yeah.
Because the movie that everyone knows the least about. No one knows what the fuck the Eternals is.
I need to reread the Neil Gaiman run, because there was suggestions at SDCC that the Neil Gaiman run is what they're going to focus on.
I would imagine so. That's the
and
go-to text.
I do own that in a big chunky Panini UK trade. So
I've got a hardback of this. I've not sold it yet.
Oh, you dirt.
I'm going to sell it. I've not sold it yet.
Read it and then sell it.
Yes, that's the plan. So they brought the entire cast out on stage. Ooh. The entire cast, including the new additions.
Yeah.
It broke just before the show that Kit Harington was joining the MCU
in an undisclosed role.
And
to be fair, we still don't know too much about the version of the character he's going to be playing.
No, we know who he's playing. And it also came out that Gemma Chan was looking to play a different MCU role because she already played Minerva in Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And that she was being quoted again for another role.
And, spoiler alert, killed off.
Yes.
So that is a fucking hard action figure to get hold of, by the way. There was a Walmart exclusive Captain Marvel as Veers. The figure's called Veers.
Yeah, okay.
And it's her in her blue outfit and everything with a swappable blue head. But she also has a detachable bandolier, a different gun, and a Minerva head. So essentially, if you want Minerva, you buy that figure, you put the alternate stuff on. And it's like, I really wanted that because I thought she looked fucking cool. I was like, cool. I want that figure. And it's really hard to get hold of.
That's cool.
So if any of our listeners want to just spend a stupid amount of money on me for no reason, then you know what to get me. Cheers, guys.
So yeah, that was confirmed when they brought.
You could pay my council tax bill, but
oh, that's a fucker. They brought the entire cast of the Eternals out on stage.
Yes, they.
The entire confirmed cast.
Yeah, there was a couple missing in attendance, I believe, because they're mostly lined up to their pictures, but there's a couple missing.
Oh yeah, I see that.
But yeah, speaking of the pictures,
we now see the Eternals all in costume.
Yes.
And we get confirmation that Kit Harington is in fact playing Dane Whitman, aka the Black Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Long time C-list Avenger.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said we don't really know what version he's going to be playing, because yes, we know which Black Knight it is.
Yeah.
But that character in any adaptation has always been interchangeable as to what their actual. Because who's the villain one? Is that Nathan Garrett?
I think so.
The villainous one.
The original one.
Yeah.
Not the original, but who pops up in the comics first. He pops up as a villain.
Yeah. They're said a very interchangeable character whose allegiance is whatever, different based on which incarnation and also which writer.
No, Dane Whitman is the version of the Black Knight who has a romantic relationship with Cersei, leader of the Eternals.
Played by...
Who is now confirmed to be being played by Gemma Chan.
Yeah.
So,
and they've also confirmed that Gemma Chan is going, and Cersei, by and large, is going to be the main character of the movie.
Yes.
So we have our story. It's not what we thought per se of there being a character learning about it and going into that world, which I think originally we suspected maybe Kumail Nanjiani's character being that.
But he's one of the Eternals.
He's one of the Eternals. But Kit Harington's character, the Black Knight, may be our window into it.
Because he has a mystical blade, so he might. If it was me, I would have it so Dane discovers this mystical blade and somehow gets pulled into the world of the Eternals.
Mm.
But
I think he's going to stand by Cersei for the majority of it, just going, "She's our queen."
I really hope not. I really hope they don't make him grim.
I really hope he's American.
I think Dane Whitman is British, though.
Fuck. The reason I say that is because I just think I'd be taken out of it if I was hearing his own voice.
I think he is British because he's He's part. I think he turns up in Captain Britain MI13, and I think he was part of Excalibur for a while.
I was going to say Excalibur. Like they can't not have
I
the
could
Black
be wrong.
Knight be an Excalibur in some way. Excalibur, the mutant, most of the time British book.
Can they please have him in the classic 90s leather jacket and full on knight helmet? Can we do that, please?
Yeah, let's do it. If not, Photoshop.
Oh no, I tell a lie. Cersei's not the leader of the Eternals. That's Ajak.
Yeah, played by
Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
So the cast we've got Salma Hayek, who is Ajak, Richard Madden as Ikaris, who's the one who looks like He-Man that everyone knows.
Yeah.
Also, Richard Madden and Kit Harington reunited from Game of Thrones. Angelina Jolie is playing Thena. She seems like she is the antagonist, perhaps.
She's also blonde as fuck.
Yes. We've got she's had training in ballet and swordsmanship for the role, and her kids are excited to see the results.
Okay.
It's like she says, what's really moving to me is they just want to see me strong. Less to see me in the film, just they want to see me strong and having fun, which I think is quite sweet.
Oh, that is sweet. She's gone through a lot of shit in the last few years. So that's quite cool that the kids are just like, we just want to see mum kicking ass and having a good time.
Kumail Nanjiani is playing Kingo. Brian Tyree Henry is Phaistos.
That's a copy.
Ma Dong-seok is Gilgamesh. Leah McHugh is Sprite. And Lauren Ridloff is Makari. And those are Eternals. I know shit all about the Eternals.
Well, we'll know more than shit all when we read the book.
I know Barry. Who else did they? Who else did they announce? Barry Keoghan is playing Druig, another Eternal. So yeah, good luck getting all these names across. This is going to be a challenge. This is going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy level challenge.
It's going to go straight.
But we got to see them in their costumes. They look fucking great. Plenty of colour. It's very MCU sort of like textured.
Yeah.
Stuff. It looks like
they're not compromising the rainbow colour scheme for sake of realism.
They haven't got the red on Ikaris. He's just blue.
Alright.
So they've sort of given them all single colour schemes, which probably makes more sense from a design standpoint.
Go Power Eternal.
I know.
Da, 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 go Parody Kitty.
But this looks of a style with like the Asgardian costumes and designs.
Yeah.
So it seems like it makes consistent sense in that universe.
Old Asgardian, not current Port Isaac's fisherman's
no.
Asgardians.
Classic Asgardian.
Woolen jumper and a fishing rod Asgardian.
And of course we've got that poster that came out with the November 2020 release date, which has the Celestials on it.
Yeah.
Which just look fucking... They look like Celestials, some Jack Kirby ass, Celestial ass Celestials.
Jack Kirby's ass.
Looks like Jack Kirby's ass. So yeah, I'm jazzed for that. And that's D23. That's another D23.
Well.
With a big old news drop right on my chest.
Well. You're not finished there, Sonny Jim.
Oh, please! I want to be finished so bad!
New Disney theme park attractions, restaurants, and parades outlined at D23.
Oh.
Now, weirdly, as happy as I am with all the news and everything we've just covered, this is the shit I live for when it comes to D23, because this is the most comprehensive announcement when it comes to the parks. I am an avid fan of those theme parks. I fucking love them. It's looking like that I'm going back to Florida next October.
I've never been able to afford to be an avid fan of one of these parks. So.
You say that, but I think there's a reason why we might have to save up to do a Paris trip sometime in the next 2 years.
No.
Because, seriously, stick with me and Lucy. We will figure out the times to get the cheaper packages. Honestly, fucking great. Because I'm going to read this verbatim from Deadline because it's probably the most nice roundup that I've found. With my own thoughts along the way. But the Disney Parks Experiences and Products Chairman Bob Chapek unveiled details at D23 on several new attractions that will be appearing at the company's theme parks, including the new parade of Disney characters. Because, of course, there are theme parades and shows as part of it as well. But here is the basics. So, he was joined on stage at one point by Dick Van Dyke for a performance of Step in Time. YouTube it. It's fucking delightful.
Okay.
To announce the very first Mary Poppins attraction at a Disney theme park. coming to Epcot, the Epcot Center in Florida at Walt Disney World. Epcot's United Kingdom Pavilion, which is wonderful because it's basically a recreation of like a small English village in that section of Epcot. It's fucking accurate. Like,
yeah, I would imagine so.
And of course, the shops in all the Epcot World Center stuff around the big lake are themed, sell things themed to the countries that they're based upon.
Yeah.
So if you've ever wanted to pay an import tax on a Twix that makes it about £7, that's your place to do it. But I will say this: on my first journey to Epcot, because obviously when I was out there, I was like, "Give me all the American sweets." I want to try all the American stuff. But while I was out there on my first trip, I think it was a Kit Kat. I bought a Kit Kat for the equivalent of about £3, and I'm glad I did because it was like,
I mean, that's standard theme park pricing for a Kit Kat. To be honest, that's not that's not that much more expensive.
Kit Kat, sorry, it was Jaffa Cakes. It was Jaffa Cakes.
That's alright, I guess.
This is nice. Like, yeah, I mean, it was as weird as it sounded. In my second week of that trip away, I was like, this is a nice little touch of home that's making me feel kind of like homely. But so, Epcot's United Kingdom Pavilion will welcome the very first inspired Mary Poppins attraction. Guests will step in time down Cherry Tree Lane, past Admiral Boom's house, then enter number 17, home of the Banks family, where their adventure will begin. Composer Pinar Toprak performed her new anthem for Epcot on the piano, and singer Jordan Fisher previewed the musical score for Disneyland's new parade. So basically, a load of whimsical shit is coming to Epcot and Disneyland overall.
Whimsical shit.
But, Mary Poppins, considering how big a staple it is of Disney's canon, has never had an attraction based on it. It was going to at one point, but that was turned into a section of the Great Movie Ride at Walt Disney Hollywood Studios Park in Florida, which was lovely. The Great Movie Ride closed down a year and a half ago to make way for the new Mickey and Minnie's Railroad, which we'll get to.
Oh, God. That sounds like a threat.
There's a bunch of new ships joining the Disney Cruise Line, starting in late 2021 and January 2022. Reflecting the theme of the vessel, the cruise line fleet vessel Disney Wish, Rapunzel will grace the stern, representing her character's wish to see the world.
Oh, that's sweet.
There's also guests can look forward to a signature island experience that celebrates nature and the spirit and culture of the Bahamas at the new Disney port off call located in the island of Uluru at a place called Lighthouse Point.
Okay, so they just bought an island. Sweet.
No. The timeless transformation of Epcot. Epcot is getting a big-ass level of development. Epcot is known as the park with a big golf ball.
Yeah,
which is Spaceship Earth.
I know Epcot.
And it's a world showcase. It's very minimal on rides, but more rides are coming there over time. It's more about, like, when I first went to Disneyland, out of the 4 Disney World parks, that I went to in 2010, Epcot was the one where I was like, yeah, it was alright. Now that I'm older and appreciate food and alcohol a lot more than 21-year-old me, the 19-year-old me did. 28-year-old me fucking loves food and booze. So when I went last October, I loved going to Epcot. I only managed one day. I was really annoyed because I wanted to go back.
Why did you want to manage one day?
Just in terms of the way the scheduling worked out.
Right.
Over the course of a 4-day weekend, we were stuck at Universal for some getting married or something. And then we had to prioritise our trips a bit, and we only managed to do one day at Epcot.
Sounds awful.
But it's really a bit of a haze.
Getting married.
Terrible. When we're going back next year, we're doing a couple days stay at the Hard Rock Hotel, so we can stay at the same place we did when we got married. But anyway, and it will be around the time of our 2nd anniversary. So, providing Lucy doesn't discover the meth empire I run on the side and divorce me.
Well, it's out in the open now.
World Showcase at Epcot will welcome the first attraction inspired by Mary Poppins, as we already said. There'll be a limited time run of Epcot Forever, the new nighttime spectacular, which will be firework displays that happen over the big lake, which is fucking gorgeous.
Is it spectacular, though?
Yeah, it is. I saw one of the firework displays there in 2012, and it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Fine.
In summer 2020, the France Pavilion will offer the attraction Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is inspired by the Ratatouille ride that already exists in Paris, uniquely just to Paris at the minute, which is amazing. It's a trackless dark ride. So it's like there's no fucking thing. Like your vehicle is moving independently on its own. There's no track. And it means that in the different rooms, for example, like you get stuck under a cabinet at one point while the chef's trying to find you. And your vehicle moves in accordance to that. So there's no set pattern. And you're in there with like 3 other vehicles, but you all get a good view because of the way it's great. It's so cool. As well as a new restaurant called Le Crêpier de Paris. which, if it's anything like Remy's restaurant in Paris, will be really nice because they do these little pots of ratatouille that's really tasty.
Oh.
Fuck that, we've been making ratatouille recently, and it's oof. In fact, I think Keith had something the other week.
Yes.
Also in the France Pavilion, the classic Impressions de France film will be joined by an all-new Beauty and the Beast sing-along attraction based on the animated motion picture. Just saying, Canada Far and Wide in Circle Vision will debut in January 2020, which means that fucking Canada gets a proper full-on attraction, finally.
Oh, they're just happy to be there.
Yeah, really happy to be there, you. Canada, who occasionally pinch Winnie the Pooh for character meet and greets. Because there's obviously quite a few British characters for the UK Pavilion. Like Mary Poppins shows up there occasionally. Alice from Alice in Wonderland's there often.
Yeah.
On very rare occasions, like Wendy Darling and Peter Pan will be there and stuff. But like Winnie the Pooh is of course a UK creation, but he often shows up in the Canada Pavilion in a Mountie outfit.
Oh,
he looks adorable. In the China Pavilion, Wondrous China will take guests on a spectacular journey across China, filmed and presented in a completely seamless 360-degree digital format. They were talking about this earlier in the year, like the screens will be completely unidentifiable. There is like nothing where you cannot see a single fucking bit of connection with the 360 display, which has not been achievable up till now.
Pardon me, but colour me skeptical.
Well, we'll see. The Spaceship Earth will have new scenes reflecting the universal nature of the human experience, and a new guide and an all-new narration will focus on the storytelling that brings people together. That makes me a little sad, because Judi Dench is currently the narrator on Spaceship Earth, and she does a fucking marvellous job. So unless they're getting her back in, you better be getting someone who'll impress us to do that. A new pavilion will be home base for Epcot's signature festivals. It will provide a stunning view of World Showcase and an ideal spot to witness the park's nighttime spectacular. Now, they've confirmed that this means an expansion of land in some of the land they own but have not used yet. So that park, Epcot is already their biggest park in terms of the size of the fucker.
Yeah.
It's about to get bigger.
Okay.
God. World Celebration will also feature views at Dreamers Point, lush gardens and a wishing tree, an interactive new fountain, and a statue celebrating the legacy of the original dreamer and conceiver of Epcot, Walt Disney. Oh. World Nature. Journey of Water, inspired by Moana, will be a lush exploration trail where guests can meet and play with magical living water. So basically an interactive fucking park area based around water and Samoan and Hawaiian and whatnot culture from that part of the world.
Alright.
The Land Pavilion's new film, Awesome Planet, which showcases the spectacular beauty, diversity and dynamic story of the planet, will begin welcoming guests in January of next year. There will be an expansion of Mission Space's Pavilion, which is what the ride... Which is what the terrible movie Mission to Mars is based on.
Mission Space!
Including a new restaurant, which opens this winter. Oh my god, a world culinary experience with the celestial panorama within of a space station, including daytime and nighttime views of Earth from 220 miles up. Play Pavilion will open in time for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. In this interactive metropolis, guests will discover a city bursting with games, activities and experiences that connects them with friends, family and Disney characters.
Will we though?
They're also finally opening up the Disney Genie app, which makes it easier for day planning. They've not mentioned it here, so I'm going to make sure to freaking bring it up now. Also at Epcot, Guardians of the Galaxy's ride has been confirmed at Epcot, and it is a space-travelling ride. Guardians of the Galaxy are the only property that you will see a ride based on in the Florida Disney parks. Because Universal own the rights to the Marvel characters as theme park characters and theme park attractions. On the East Coast, hence why Marvel Superhero Land still exists at Universal Lands of Adventure. But character meet and greets are a little bit more flexible based on what Disney do. If they do it based squarely in the MCU versions, they can get away with it.
Yeah.
But when that Universal contract was done up in the early 90s, they obviously didn't account for obscure-ass Marvel properties. And Guardians of the Galaxy was an obscure-ass Marvel property.
At the time.
So Epcot now have an upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy fucking attraction to complement the Guardians attraction on the West
Wait, a Guardians
Coast.
of the Galaxy fucking attraction?
Yes, you're just going to watch Gamora and
surely,
Groot get up to some secret film.
Surely that should
would
be in
make
Amsterdam.
Even 4chan cringe. So, with the new parades are going to be focusing on Moana, Coco, Sleeping Beauty, specifically. First ride-through attraction featuring Mickey and Minnie Mouse. The first ride based on Minnie and Mickey ever is what replaced the Hollywood a great movie ride. It's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is based on the new cartoons, which makes me fucking happy.
Intriguing.
A Zootopia-themed land is coming to Shanghai Disney.
Yeah. Down for that.
The animated stories are getting a big boost of celebration at Hong Kong Disneyland. The Castle of Magical Dreams will be a new location drawing inspiration from 13 of the beloved stories, including Snow White, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and more.
Colin Baker's Dream Baking Castle of Magical Dreams.
I wish. And will be a home to a new shop called the Bibbity Bobbity Boutique.
Fuck off.
Where kids can receive royal transformations.
Fuck off.
As part of the multi-year transformation of that park, Frozen's going to be incorporated, as well as more into Epcot's Norway Pavilion, where it took over from the Maelstrom ride a couple of years ago. We tried to ride it at least once last year. Queues were an hour and a half long. It was our one day in Epcot. We were like, fuck that, let's go get a beer. First Cirque du Soleil show celebrating Walt Disney Animation Studios is premiering in March next year, which makes me happy, because yay. The Reflection show's back at the Disney Lodgings this time. Bringing from the magic back to this and the other. Okay, and this article neglects to mention the main thing that I wanted to bring up that's related to this podcast, which is Avengers Campus opens in Disney's California Adventure on the west coast of the States later next year.
Yeah.
Avengers Campus spins out from the area where Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout is stationed and will feature restaurants and shops, of course, obviously based around the MCU specifically theming. Yeah. Which has been referred to in the past by James Gunn when he was talking about directing Mission Breakout as the DLMCU, which is the Disneyland Marvel Cinematic Universe, where it's MCU stuff, but it's not canon. It's slightly adjacent, so don't get your knickers in a twist, folks. But at the same time, they coexist with each other. That's why the lobby of the collectors, Tivan's collection of which is the lobby of Mission Breakout, contained hints at future Marvel movies that people didn't even realise when it opened, including Stormbreaker was in there.
Very nice.
Albeit the Beta Ray Bill version,
but
the description for it when translated, because you had to translate the language in the lobby, but there was an app that you could do it, not a Disney one, someone created it independently.
Sure.
If you create, thinking the language it spoke of Stormbreaker is believed to not be the only one, so it was suggesting that Stormbreaker was going to show up in the films. They also have half an Ultron drone torso that occasionally twitches, and you hear Pinocchio's "I've Got No Strings" playing faintly in its speaker grill.
Sure, that's not creepy at all.
Fucking creepy. I
understand that's the point, but still,
it's great. There's a lot of dark elf weapons in a cabinet. It's great, but that section is expanding. There was a post-credits tease last year suggesting that was the case, because when you leave the ride, the path that takes you away from it, there was a big what's it called, like a shutter, like a safe door style thing, leading into the ground just off kilter from the path with the Avengers A inscribed into it. People were like, what's that about? Turns out it was a live action in real life post credits fucking teaser for something that was coming later. Well done, Marvel. Well done, Disney. It will also be an Avengers ride, which has yet to be expanded on or explained. They're going to save that for a bit later, they've said. But one thing that is definitely happening is a Spider-Man ride. What makes this confusing is all the artwork for it suggests it's something to do with Spider-Man experimenting with Stark technology. The Spider-Bots play a big role in it.
Sure.
So, a bit of dance love in there going on. There's a lot of Spider-Bots in the artwork.
Down with that.
It's a ride where you will be... It's possibly a target ride, like a shooter. You will be slinging webs yourself. And the vehicle that's been shown in the concept art is people sat like a bench-like thing, firing off these webs from this thing. But the way it's going to play is it's not going to be like using a little gun. It's using this new technology they've been developing where you, wearing like a little wrist thing they give you, will be just going like that and projecting that shit onto the screens around you. So you will be doing your Spidey hands, and on the screens and the settings around you where all this shit's happening, you will see the web fire from your arm. So it'll be like 3D glasses and things like that. That, if they pull that off, that would be one of the coolest fucking things.
That sounds pretty fucking cool. I'm not
gonna
lie.
looking down at your wrist through your 3D glasses, doing that with your fingers, and shit coming out of the thing around your wrist and firing off. That is pretty cool. If they can nail that, because they also talked about that being a Captain America ride in the future, doing something where you can fire a shield, where you will hold, scare quotes, the shield and fire it off and knock it around, knocking enemies around and stuff. This is great
concept, yeah.
This is great because now alongside Guardians Mission Breakout and the Ant-Man and the Wasp ride in Shanghai Disney, this is the which features fucking factories starting to develop evil robots unbeknownst to everybody, and you join Ant-Man and the Wasp as they try and stop the fucking backed up program of Arnim Zola taking hold of the factory.
Sure, all right.
Again, set in the DL MCU.
Yeah. Okay.
With Rudd and Lily and Toby Jones all contributed voice stuff to it, so it's like
Toby Jones.
Cool.
Oh, Noby Jones.
The Spider-Man ride will be carrying on that tradition, bringing it to Disney's California Adventure. It's definitely the Holland version of Spider-Man. This is what I was saying before about how the contracts might already have been signed and things signed off in the past. Who knows? But the Disney parks have been able to have Spider-Man in attendance as a meet and greet character before, albeit in the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 2 costume. So it's possible that they will be able to use him still, but they might have to tweak his look. So we'll wait and see. But the reason why that is exciting, Matt, this Avengers Campus idea is a particularly enticing thing, which I definitely needed to tell you about, good sir.
Yeah.
Is that Avengers Campus is coming to Disneyland Paris in 2021. Specifically to their Hollywood Studios second park.
Okay.
So, and I fucking hope it does, because there's an entire corner of that park near the Armageddon thing that, like, fuck all's happening in now. So, if they could just, like, create a path next to the rock and roller coaster and turn it into this, great! Yes! And we will plan a trip of some kind.
Okay.
We've got to fucking do it.
Okay,
I'm taking you to Disneyland,
now.
son.
I'm down.
After all
that selling me on various Disneyland places that I'll probably never go, I think I'm going to have to now.
Well, it's a first taste is free.
Is it though?
No, but
first taste is very expensive.
It does lead to an addiction.
Yes.
No, honestly, like Paris, we'll plan it out like over time in the years to come. But the last time we did Paris,
in all your years to come, in your most private.
Oh God, which was where I got engaged. It ended up costing us the whole thing, like a hotel within the walking distance of it and all, this, that, and the other.
Yeah. The
whole thing ended up coming to about, I think it was 700 and what's it said and done, and that was with board eating. So we had breakfast at the hotel. We had tokens for certain stuff there within the parks, and the only meal we had to pay for was an evening one if we wanted to eat out.
Okay.
And we made it, and that was like a 5 day, 4 nights arrangement.
I could make that work, maybe.
So we will plan. We will plan and try and figure this out for 2021. So if we plan it for the opening of Avengers Campus, then
it depends. It depends how the next year or so goes. We'll work it out.
Matt, I'll sell your leg. I don't mind.
Don't buy my leg.
But do buy.
You don't want my leg.
Our time. Have we got any emails we want to cover this week, or should we send it next
we
time?
got one email from friend Harry at Bot Animation.
Hey Harry.
Just being like, oh no, Spider-Man's not in the MCU. How are you? So like, we're good, Harry.
We're good, Harry. We're pretty good. We're pretty. We'll get over it. But
yeah.
I'll leave you on this with that Spider-Man notion.
Oh no.
There was a lovely little point that a friend of the show, Lovely Phoenix.
Lovely Phoenix.
Remember Phoenix? I think alarm clocks. He tends to retweet a lot of Spidey content. He's very pro get Spidey out of the MCU. I don't completely agree on his stance, but my God, I love him and I love the posts he makes.
Okay.
He said he retweeted someone called Spider Matty. Pro tip for any future Spider-Man writers: never leave anything on a cliffhanger, because Spider-Man is cursed and the next part will be cancelled before it's resolved.
Yeah.
The ending of Spider-Man Unlimited there. Yeah. The ending of Spectacular Spider-Man Season 2.
Okay.
There we are. The ending of Far From Home.
Yeah.
The ending of MTV's Spider-Man The New Animated Series.
Yeah.
Cliffhangers all round.
Love it.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
There it is. Spider-Man The Animated Series.
Yeah.
There we go. Web of Shadows' post-credit scene. Ultimate Spider-Man The Game's post-credit scene. And as they pointed out, Ultimate Alliance 1, of which Spidey was a premier character,
yes,
freaking ended with Galactus being teased.
Yes!
Which was then not followed up in the sequel game.
Or the third
one, which now exists. So
they could do that if they wanted to. They're doing DLC for it, so
yeah, make Galactus a game. Don't make him
make Galactus a game.
I'm sick of punching his face in Marvel v Capcom 3.
Galactus, the game. If you have any other ideas for fantastic Marvel games that definitely won't get shut down before that time, then still sore about Marvel Heroes. Then
God.
please tweet us at BigDamnCast. Email us bigdamncontact@gmail.com. We will be in your ear holes again next week. Don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We haven't got there yet.
It's anyone's fucking game at this point. But if you do also want some midweek content every Wednesday night at 8 p.m, what can they find on twitch.tv/BigDamnStream? Matthew Watson?
8 at the moment. It might be 9 p.m. We'll see. But yeah, keep an eye out on Wednesday evenings for my weekly Wednesday Warframe, where me and my lovely lady friend will do some Warframing.
Gonna freaking... You're gonna LAN party that shit.
You're gonna LAN party that shit, yeah.
Oh, you literally are LAN partying.
We are literally LAN partying. We've got 2 TVs, 2 PS4s. We get on, we Warframe, and you can come and join us. It's fun.
It's going to be a good time for all involved.
Yeah.
But until next time,
Yes.
boys and girls, please no more conventions.
Please.
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 Oh, God. Next week, can we just talk about like some new shoes we bought or something? Please.
I can't afford shoes anymore.
Gotta save up for Paris, damn it.
Ah!
Bye.
Bye.